Hey! Welcome to Tempting Fate.
I can't believe you revealed our entire plan just seconds ago.
It seemed like the right thing to do.
I know, it was for them.
We hope you didn't miss that important thing. Oh, hey, Enthusi Army!
Hugs for Lucky Klein!
Jinx, hugs.
Now we got there first.
Thank you, Enthusi Army.
She's here to give re-rolls to Rick.
Yeah. Blah. Blah.
Yeah, give rerolls to Rick. Yeah, good.
No
I was gonna say, myself and Ray have no re-rolls. None.
Would you like one?
Tough.
Sure.
There's gonna be 8 of these.
Ray. Thank you.
I wasn't bathing in them.
Wait, give me my reload.
Still in my
Wait,
head.
let's wait till like the time comes. Like let's make it a character.
When it's
moment.
emotionally
Hey, thank you for the
resonant.
sub, Be Right UK. All right.
Yay!
So let's get down to this. So thank you everybody for turning out for our season finale, Who Framed Roger Rabbit Part 3. This had, thank you for the sub, Asuka. This is the finale of our Who Framed Roger Rabbit trilogy. This has been my favorite Tempting Fate arc to date, I think. So I'm really excited about tonight, and thank you everybody for coming. First, thank you to
Denova.
Denova. Hey, thank you for the resub, Denova. So first, thank you to Dom and to Saving Throw for making this possible, and to John Harper, who created Lasers and Feelings, the game we play here, and and to the cast, who have pretty much been here for the whole game, mostly. We have our regulars, Sam and Gina and Max, and our special guests tonight, Bravity Johnson and Markia McCarty.
Yay! And Harold.
And Harold. Harold is with us right now. Sleeping adorably. Snoring adorably.
It's a snore cam.
It's a snorable.
I'm so glad. I was hoping.
So, we just did this marathon yesterday, and you can still donate to that. Look on Twitter, you can find out information there. But we're here tonight to finish off the season, and I'm always sort of saying how your donations help keep the lights on here and help keep this platform in business. And because of that, we were able to do that marathon, which raised $7,000 over the last couple of days. So, thank you to everybody who contributed to that in any way. So for tonight, as usual, we will have a Carrier Penguin. You can send a Carrier Penguin with a message to us or to the audience or to whoever or whatever kind of message you want us to read. Also, I want to give a shout out to Meaning of Night. Hey, thank you for the bit, Summer. I want to give a shout out to Meaning of Night, who draws the official Tempting Fate Carrier Penguins. You can check out today's Carrier Penguins on at the Twitter account Tempting Fate RPG. Meaning of Night kept Carrier Penguins alive. They very well might never not have stayed in the game as long as they did, were it not for the art that came out of it. So thank you, Meaning of Night, because that led to the first Carrier Penguins game and one of the games that we put in the marathon yesterday, which we're going back to Carrier Penguin World. I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Hands down my favorite character I've ever played.
Yes, and I cannot wait to play with it again.
So gross.
And so we've got a bunch of tiers tonight to offer you. So at $25, we have the typical redraw. That's 3 rerolls for the table and 3 rerolls for me. And as always, subs get to give people rerolls. You can give the rerolls to the players, or you can give a reroll to me, which is probably what you should do. I'm just saying.
Raven Marquis have no rerolls.
We have no rerolls.
They have no rerolls. You should probably.
I used to have rerolls, but then I got into a reroll off with Rick.
That's right.
That was so epic.
Which you won.
Which you won. Which you won. Hey, thank you, Pride and Pain, for the resub.
Fuck you, Dragon Lady.
And so here are tonight's tiers, right? The $25 we get the redraw, and if we get to $50, y'all have been incredibly generous with us all season. And yesterday, if we get to $50, we have a secret objective tonight. But tonight, everyone gets a secret objective.
Whoa! I'm so excited.
Oh goodness.
Oh! Just don't
So
all
you're
of us
saying
have to mimic
we all
everybody
have to
else's
say all the
actions.
Fast and Furious.
You all have to say, oh,
we also have to
wow.
all be in sync with each other at the
Yeah,
end.
we
We don't know
Exact same time.
which movie someone's
Now
gonna say.
Now I wish that we did.
Back and forth.
No, just
Maybe
go
in the future. Okay, so and if we get to $75, we're doing what we call special delivery tonight, which is tonight's Carrier Penguins, should there be Carrier Penguins, will be read by Sam, who will take the official Carrier Penguin hat, crown, head, yeah, whatever this is, and will read in character as a daily from the Carrier Penguin game. So that is $75. Carrier Penguins from a daily.
Yay! I want this.
Me too.
And if we get to $100
beforehand.
Thank you, Glenn.
If you are generous enough to give us $100 tonight, we will get to a tier we are calling Kill the Wabbit. Where me and Max will sing a verse from Elmer Fudd's rabbit-centric take on Ride of the Valkyries. Kill the Wabbit, that thing. We've got strips.
It is.
Yeah,
It's
like
really
that.
not in the Rabbit of Seville.
You haven't lived until you've heard Max Isaacson's Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, actually,
Really?
He's a master impressionist. You will think Mel Blanc is doing the voice. I cannot get your expectations up high enough for how good this Bugs Bunny is.
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I'm the best. Fucking best. Let's just go with that.
Own it.
No, that's
It's
like
yours.
And if we get to $125, we're doing what I call Strong to the Finish, which is last week, as we learned and we'll get back to later, the big bad of our campaign, so far as we know, is General Bluto from Popeye. And at $125, Gina will get a can of spinach, which she can eat for a one-time Popeye-like burst of strength.
Nice.
Yes!
Buff Gina.
Buff Penguin Gina.
Yeah, you get the whole big giant forearms that, like, you know, go like
I am ready to
barbells.
get swole.
And at $150, we will do a character swap. Tonight, Markia and Rave will swap characters.
I'm gonna be
Cats and
daunted.
dogs being each other.
Yes.
Are we all okay with that? Yes?
Okay.
All three of us are okay with that.
Puff, Ellen, Puff are here for it.
And if we should be fortunate enough tonight to get to $200, we're unlocking every tune ever, which the characters will get a one-time power to call an invincible force made up of every tune ever, which will come in waves. And basically the idea is the first wave will unlock a few characters. I think Dom has picked them out, or they are in the tiers. Yeah, Dom's got that taken care of. And then from there, the army will be able to grow. Oh, Harold is moving around. Okay, sorry.
I'm in the game.
Sorry, we have to. He's coming over. Oh, he's getting some water. Yeah, I feel that.
He's preparing for his debut.
I feel that, Harold. Yeah.
Good boy.
Yay.
And now he's going back.
Going right back.
That's Harold with an important reminder to stay hydrated. Yeah, so that's every tune ever, starting at $200 and just growing from there. Oh my God, Tinksy! Tinksy, man. Tinksy, thank you. You have been incredibly generous with us all season.
Thank you.
I just cannot be grateful enough. Yesterday,
Just having a drink.
So what that actually does, thank you, Tinksy, is that gets the rerolls out.
Yes.
So there are 3 rerolls for the table. 3 rerolls from me. And that gets the secret objective.
Objectives. She's opening your special box, everyone. There is a box coming out.
objective.
I got a better bracket for this.
gosh.
It's too hard to open.
Oh
So
god.
like 3 of us are going evil.
So,
my
in
God,
no
that's so
particular order.
Joke's on you.
Oh, I got Fast and the Furious 5.
There.
I didn't even know that was a Fast and
Oh,
Furious
they're
movie.
tight.
God, you're
Oh,
the worst.
oh man.
I'm gonna murder this man.
I think that's a carrier penguin, maybe? Yeah, that's a carrier penguin.
I'm gonna whittle you.
Yeah, so special deliveries unlocked, so that carrier penguin will be read
By a very adult carrier penguin.
by a very adult carrier penguin. All right, yeah, I will let you know when that happens. And that unlocks Kill the Wabbit.
Oh, goody. See my incredibly perfect Bugs impression.
Yeah,
Looney Tunes are the
Perfect.
best.
Literally perfect.
some people think our show is just silly, but we actually are about high culture, and we're getting a little opera in tonight. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Tinksy, so much.
Should you actually have a background in opera, Sam?
Yes.
This is gonna be great. So we have someone here who will, like, keep us up to standard.
Oh no, I'm not
Who will be
involved.
getting the best
This is
quality.
Rick and Max.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, we don't have anybody actually, who knows what they're doing. Involved.
No, it's gonna be
it's
great.
just
It's
me.
gonna be great.
We would
The
never
best.
have a
These people
professional
are the
involved in
best.
anything we're
Like, I
doing.
cannot work it out.
So yeah, thank you Tinksy and thank you everybody. Oh, thank you Conway.
Hi.
Hope
Sylvie's doing well.
So yeah, there are some leftover rerolls from last time. I had 4, Sam had 4, Max had 3, Gina had 5. Oh, that's the.
Oh, the money.
Gina had 5 left over from yesterday's Jurassic Park game, so we have decided to let her carry those over to today.
Thank you.
And let's see, and the table had 2, but now has 5. Okay, so yeah, that I think is all the pregame business. Oh no, wait, there's a couple of sub rerolls. So, Suka XK sends their reroll to Sam.
Thank you so much, Asuka.
Denoba sends a reroll to the table.
Ooh, thank you.
Thank you,
Quality.
Denoba, and thank you, Denoba, who
Egalitarian.
provided our little penguin buddy, Denoba the penguin. And Be Right UK sends their reroll to Gina.
No, thank you.
Studies have shown people like Tina.
So yeah, thank you so much, everybody.
They like me this many rerolls worth.
That's a lot of rerolls.
At
Don't worry,
Minimum.
a minimum.
we have ways
It's
of making
early.
you reroll.
Exactly.
Okay, so real quick, let me just whiz through the rules here. We play by
Thank
lasers
you.
and feelings rules, so the idea is every character gets a number from 2 to 5. In tonight's iteration, a high number means you're better at like Sherlock Holmes type tasks, science, technology, cold rationality, and a low number means you're better at like Philip Marlowe type tasks, intuition, diplomacy, seduction, that kind of thing. Hey, thank you, Kashima.
Much thanks.
So yeah, every time an action is in doubt, I'll call for a roll. I'll tell you whether or not it calls for a Sherlock Holmes skill or a Philip Marlowe skill. If you are trying to use Sherlock Holmes, you want to roll under your number. If you're trying to use Philip Marlowe, you want to roll over your number. You roll automatically 1 die. If you are prepared to do a task, you roll 2. If you're an expert in the task, you can roll 3. And if you were getting help, you roll 4. Help rules are the exact same rules as any roll, but if you succeed, you get the person you're trying to help an extra die. If you fail, you just don't help them. You don't hurt them at all. And if you roll your number exactly, you have what in this game we call word on the street, which means in this game one of 2 things. It either means you get a special insight into what's going on, and you can ask the GM a question, which I will answer honestly. Or you can just ask for some random vocabulary word, which I will just pull off the top of my head. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad.
I know.
Sometimes they're fictional.
Because I already have a pupper, so I needed to just do terrible things to the system anyway, because I'm an awful player. I don't know why he keeps having me back.
It's and they're bloodthirsty as hell. It's great.
It's true.
You should have seen the raptor kill Chris Pratt yesterday.
I did
Yeah,
firsthand.
he totally deserved it. So those are the rules of the game, and basically, yeah, let's quickly meet our characters. So far, Ravity is playing Manford Grown-Up, which is absolutely a real human grown-up and not 3 toon pups standing on each other's shoulders wearing a trench coat.
I don't know why you would even think that, Rick.
Yeah, no,
Why
no.
would you? Why would you even think that?
Yeah.
We've all
Human.
status quo anteed and forgotten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like last time.
We
Every
find out at the end of every episode,
Every
and then
episode.
we forget it. the next
Exactly.
episode.
This is what I need.
Yeah.
Yes, that is absolutely canon. And Manford's number is 3, which makes him Philip Marlowe-ish. Huff is the main pup.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Huff
Markia
Puff
is
It's Huff, Ellen, Puff.
Huff Ellen Puff.
In case you forgot.
In case you forgot.
They're good at finding things.
Markia is Carmody Kitty, a toon kitten. Their number is 3. They're Philip Marlowe-ish.
2.
Oh, 2.
Yeah, 2.
Oh, I you know what? I always forget to.
Adjust your trend.
I
Isn't that
write it
last
down
time?
every week and then I forget to fix it on the printout version.
Mass amnesia.
So their number is 2, they are a neurotic recon expert. And Sam is playing Smith Smythe, our only human character. Smith is 5, which makes them very Sherlock Holmesy, and they're a curious researcher. And Smith, do you want to quickly just give a little bit about Smith's special background, just bring people up to date very quickly?
Smith purports to be a former agent of the major global detective agency Smythe and Versmooth, but in fact, their position here at Valiant and Rabbit is only a cover as they work to undermine the agency with the hope that Smythe and Versmooth will acquire Valiant and Rabbit. Last we saw them, they were going out to make some mysterious phone call, which I'm sure will amount to nothing. What character are you playing?
That is quite the information I didn't know.
Yeah, and over here we have returning Heather Wood.
I'm Heather.
As Icy Mac the Penguin. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're saying,
Oh,
Rick,
no.
that is clearly Gina DeVivo. And what
I'm
I'm here
not.
to tell you is no.
I skin Gina.
Yeah, this is
I'm
Heather
really Heather. I'm
doing
just
her
wearing
flawless
Gina's
Gina
face.
impression.
Wow.
No, actually, we're doing something for the first time here ever on Tempting Fate. Gina will be taking over Icy Mac the Penguin from Heather last week. Heather, unfortunately, could not be here tonight. Sends her love, but hands off her
And sends
character.
herself in Gina's
And
skin.
sends herself in Gina's skin. So yeah, Icy Mac is an adorable toon penguin. Icy Mac's number is 5, and he is a Sherlock Holmes kind of character and a very shy, cowardly lab rat type. And Max is Righty, the toon shoe. Do you remember in Who Framed Roger Rabbit when Judge Doom demonstrated how bad dip was by dipping a little left-footed shoe into the dip? It was a shoe. Max is that shoe's right companion, and he is an unhinged muscle type. He's just like mad after toon criminals, and he has a squirt gun full of dip. Hey, Paul Perryman, thanks for the bits.
To everyone except me.
Yeah, and those are your detectives.
Give us the bits.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, those are our detectives. Manfred Grown-Up, Comedy Kitty, Smith Smythe, Icy Mac, and Righty.
Comedy Kitty.
Real quick, Pride and Prejudice sends 2 rerolls
Pride and Pain,
to
isn't
Raven.
Pride and Pain?
Pride and
Yeah,
No,
sorry,
wait.
I missed
No. Oh, wait, no.
Yeah, no, sorry. Pride and Pain that got mistranslated from here to there.
It's still you, I think.
I think
Pride and Pain sends 2 rerolls to Ravity.
Yeah! I was like, do I need to like take back that?
And 2 to Markia.
What? Our favorite person.
Thank you, Pride and Pain. Pride and Pain.
They're so
Tier
pretty.
3 subs get 4 rerolls to give out.
Oh, tier
That's what I was
3
wondering.
subs get 4 rerolls to
Tier 2
give out.
subs get 2 rerolls to give out.
Oh.
Tier 1 subs give out.
What's a tier?
I
See,
didn't
we're
understand
learning
it.
right here with you.
Later.
So yeah,
When
so
you're
those-
That's all that matters.
That's all that
Right, we'll have a
matters.
class after this one's over.
Thanks, Dad.
all right, so that catches up on rerolls, and now let's catch you up on the story. I am not going to go through all the details. This is a big mystery with a lot of details. I'm going to take you through some of the basics, some of the stuff that's important to know tonight. So basically, real quick, June Maroon hired Valiant and Rabbit to find her late father, Arcade Maroon's stolen tea set. And the next day she was found dead with the word "when" scrawled on the floor in her own blood. She had tried to write something and apparently died before she can finish it. And Roger Rabbit, who happened to be dropping by to pick up money for the case, was arrested for the murder, but more importantly, he found the tea kettle, and he managed to get it to the detectives, who quickly discovered that the tea kettle was actually a lamp that contained a genie, the actual Aladdin genie, Robin Williams. And the genie came out, but unfortunately had no powers and no memory, something that the detectives determined probably could have only been accomplished with a wish. That could probably be only unlocked with some set of the right magic words. Lead then sent the detectives to a powerful comic strip mogul named Eric Von Kapschen, who had recently had the lamp. Thank you for the sub, Uriah Fenn. Von Kapschen had the lamp, but he found out that somebody very powerful and very bloodthirsty was hunting him down looking for it because they believed, whoever this mystery person was, that it could be used to control toons. And Von Kapschen decided to destroy the lamp because he figured that was really bad. And he sought out June Maroon's help, which is basically what got her killed. And just as he was done explaining all this to our team of detectives, a team of Weasel commandos burst through the walls and took everybody into custody. And they cleared the way for their boss, the big bad of our campaign, who turned out to be Bluto from Popeye in general uniform. Bluto, now a general of the U.S. Army, seems to be behind the army of Weasels and took credit for ordering the murder of June Maroon. And that is basically where we left off last time. Now, before we get started, I'm going to try something real quick. A Tempting Fate short. As often, like the Roger Rabbit cartoons, sometimes we start with a little cartoon short. So real quick.
Gosh. Yes. This is so great.
Yes.
What I'm going to say is we... Can you channel me a daily for a moment? We are in the giant penguin bus from the beginning of the Carrier Penguins adventure. I'm Vin, the bus driver, if you remember. And it's like, whoa, I really miss driving my bus. You know, it's like now that we have been requisitioned to, you know, fill the gaps in all those missing penguins while they retrain the force. Now it's, I have to deliver these messages with you guys, but it's fun. I like hanging out with you because you are clearly very adult like I am, and that guy is very trustworthy, and she is young and vibrant.
No, you're so sweet. Excellent judge of character. No, thank you.
Anyway, we got this emergency transmission. Apparently, we missed one of the deliveries last week, so if you'll bear with me, we're going to crash real quickly into last week's game. Alright, crash positions, everybody. And the penguin bus...
Don't worry, I've got my Iron Man suit.
Shoots down into the middle of last week's game, dropping off the 4 carrier penguins, including Vin, who quickly run inside Valiant and Valiant and deliver to, let's say...
Oh, this is what we couldn't do. This is so
let's say Smith Smythe, who's hanging out just in the bullpen with the other detectives. And the message is from Betsy. Betsy J77, who said, thank you so much for the inspiration for the stupid sexy penguins.
I saw the picture. I love the stupid sexy penguin.
If you check out Betsy's Twitter and some of our retweets, you will find Betsy has been crocheting penguins for in the image of the Shield of Tomorrow cast.
Incredible.
They're incredible. And on that, Vin the Penguin and the team of the Penguins, they wave goodbye to Smith, and they head outside and start the bus on up. All right, you ready to go back? And they
seatbelts.
I stole a couple guns and badges from that.
No, excellent, sweetheart.
Check these out.
hits the gas, and the bus soars majestically into the sky, disappearing. As they wave goodbye to last week's game. And sorry we missed out last week, Betsy.
That's really majestic.
Oh, and by the way, Uriah Fenn sends their reroll to Sam.
Thank you so much, Uriah.
And on that, ladies and gentlemen, Who Framed Roger Rabbit Part 3.
Also.
Very quickly, can I say one quick thing?
Yeah.
How dare.
I am, in case you haven't seen it,
This is so good.
Get a
I'm
full
wearing
view.
this absolutely amazing shirt today. All thanks to one of our friends of the internet, Callisto. I'm going to say their name wrong, Wojciechowski, I believe it is, on Twitter @that Callisto, who shopped this together for me very quickly when I was in dire need of my face on Jessica Rabbit, and they came to my call. I had them up real quick, and we made this shirt. And I just wanted to say thank you so much. And if any of you were looking to have your faces put on all sorts of crazy shit, I think that might be the right person to reach out to.
It is a pretty great shirt.
Fantastic.
It's great.
Big
Oh
fan.
my god.
I wore it at the farmer's market today. It was kind of the talk of the market.
So this week's game starts with a little prologue that happens in last week's game.
Ooh.
Costa. So yeah, this week's game starts with a little prologue that happens in last week's game. See, last week at the end, right before the end of the session, just before the room was taken by the Weasel Commandos, Smith walked off to find a phone, and we did not quite see what happened. So we're gonna shoot back in time a little bit and start off with that call.
Yes, I'm making an international call to Smith and for Smooth headquarters in London.
Hello,
Smith?
Smith.
Yes, this is Smith.
This is for Smith.
All right, I have news on the Valiant and Rabbit acquisition.
What have you learned?
They have a witness. He can potentially cause enough reasonable doubt in a Roger Rabbit murder case that he'll be cleared, and the cost to acquire Valiant and Rabbit will go up precipitously. We have the witness with us right now.
Who is this witness?
It's a Hollywood type. Apparently also had some sort of muscle to him.
We will decide what to do. Monitor the situation. I don't know why I have an ominous German accent. I'm clearly supposed to be British, but I do.
Well, I did lay in the first episode that you had some sort of Dutch background for Smith, so it's quite fine.
Ah, yes, that's what I'm doing. It's Dutch.
Perhaps we don't have to acquire Valiant and Rabbit immediately. They seem to work quite well as an independent team.
Just stick to your job, Smith. Smythe, which one are you?
Smith Smythe of the Smithington, and under no circumstances the Smallthington
Bah! And he hangs up on you.
The phone cut out on me as the power cuts.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, the phone cuts out on you. And you at first think it's on, he's been hung up on, but it actually turns out to be the Weasel Commandos, and you are taken in with everybody. And and Bluto shows up, and he gave his speech, and he had you arrested, and you have all been placed in the back of a big military police wagon that can hold tunes. And you are in the back of that wagon now, being driven to you don't know where.
Carmody Kitty's going nuts in the back of that wagon. He has I can't be locked up again. No, not again. This can't be happening. And is ricocheting around like cats do.
Sure.
Huff, Ellen, Puff are having their own mini freak out. They've reassembled and they're like, do you think anyone saw us? Oh my gosh, Dad's gonna kill us. What's happening? I don't know, but like, let's just pretend to still be human. Okay. Oh no, I'm scared.
Oh.
Yeah,
The old like paddy wagons, they had the kind of slide door.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm banging on that. I'm like, look, you muscled mooks. You can't keep me manacled back here.
And the thing slides open real quick, and you hear, quiet back there. The slide shutting open.
Perhaps there's something that can get us out of this situation. I want to take a look around, see what I could maybe do to get.
I'm just gonna
get
say,
the shoelaces untied and all that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, nah. In this situation, you guys are pretty. You are locked in. They built this thing to hold, and to hold tunes, and much less humans who are much less bendy and stuff. You're in there good, and they pull you onto a little. Let's see, you can start to see out the back what looks like a military base, and you are removed from the back of the truck, and you are marched into a string of holding cells, and you are put into the cells. And you spend just a couple hours, let's say a bunch of hours, just sitting there waiting for something to happen. And then finally, Bluto shows up. He walks in and stands outside smoking his cigar and looking you over. So, Valiant and Rabbit, eh?
Carmody Kitty's dressed in like prison clothes that they found, and has a little cup that is just running against the jail cell. And does like gigantic eyes and tries to charm General Bluto through the bars.
What I'm going to say is that General Bluto is immune to charm at this point. In fact, your display of having changed clothes, he takes notice of it and shakes his head. Tones.
Oh hey, it's really past our bedtime. I mean, let us out. No,
it is rather rude to arrest those who have done no wrong.
I'm not.
Rather rude.
I'm not a policeman. I'm a general. A general in the army, and my job is to guard this country against threats. And right now, there are a lot of threats out there.
Well,
You see what happened?
making some more.
You see what happened at Pearl Harbor? You know what's going on in Europe? This country's in danger. We're all in danger.
But we're not in danger. We're trying to do right.
Yeah, we're just trying to help.
PIs.
We're just trying to help.
You're not in danger because you're toons. See,
I'm a human.
I used to be in the toon business. I, as you probably know, worked in a series of strips called Popeye. And one day, as I was standing there getting the pulp beaten out of me for the umpteenth time, I had a thought. And that thought was, look at that incredible stuff that Popeye can do. That man is a weapon. Toons are weapons. They can do anything, survive any punishment. A person who can command an army of toons would be invincible. And we could use that right now. Only one problem. Most toons, well, two problems. Most toons don't have the inclination for violence. The weasels have a talent for it, and you hear like the guards cackle outside. It's a guy, and every once in a while you got your Judge Doom types, but frankly most toons are just goofy. Which brings me to the second problem. Most of those fantastical toon powers, they only work when it's funny. And there's nothing funny about war. So, I put an ear on Toontown. I bugged the whole town and started listening to everybody who knew the tunes. And I knew sooner or later I would find something, and finally I did. That genie. If I could get that genie, I could wish away the tunes' limitation on their powers and control them all. And I've got the lamp. And the only thing I need now are those magic words.
Recording residents without their consent is against the law.
Also, you said something that was factually incorrect. What about dip? Dip destroys tunes. There are ways to hurt tunes. Have you done your research?
You're leading a whole lot of tunes to their death. Because once the humans, if we start attacking humans, then all they'll do is just arm themselves with dip and take us all down.
It's easy to guard against dip if you know it's coming.
Really?
Hey, mister, making magic men make armies out of tunes doesn't mean you're technically mighty. Just make Mr. Hitler go away and there you go, you win the war.
Who?
This guy in Germany right now. He's a
Yeah.
real stink bug.
He's definitely not a tune.
Oh, okay.
Who wants to tell
Radical.
me the magic words?
Now, we don't know the magic words. And even if we did, we wouldn't tell you. You're trying to make a slave army of tunes. And to not be funny, it's what we do best.
I am best at not being funny.
He reaches behind him and he pulls out your squirt gun. Keep the dice over there, sorry.
I kind of don't want to. Not if you're gonna shoot him.
Okay, and he points it right at you.
Yeah. and I'm gonna push right up against it.
Oh no!
Don't do it.
Oh
No.
What are the magic words?
We don't know that.
No.
We told you.
Think I'm afraid to die?
we honestly don't know, but maybe we can find them out for you. We can maybe do that. We are PIs.
Little military man thinks he's all big and tough.
Roll,
Because I'm into using my intuition that if we, have something to offer him, like us going to get the magic words, because I feel like he's a general, he's used to people following orders.
all right, no, you can definitely try. You can. Why don't you roll Philip Marlowe on you said we're detectives. We can find out for you.
Find it out for you.
Roll, Carmody is an erotic recon expert. You are Philip Marlowe-ish. Oh no, you are Philip Marlowe's strong character.
Yeah,
So
I'm all Philip Marlowe.
you are all Philip Marlowe. Okay, roll 2. You want to roll over your number.
4 and a 5.
Oh yeah, let's do
4 and a
7.
5.
Yay.
So Pluto pulls back. He seems convinced, or like he believes that you don't know the magic words. All right, very well. Follow me, and a weasel comes and unlocks you, and they march you behind Pluto, and he takes you into the next room. And in the next room, you see Roger Rabbit, tied up, hanging over a pot of dip, almost just like in that first movie.
Roger, you okay?
Right, I'm not great right now.
We're gonna
and
get
he's
you
sort
out
of
of there,
looking around,
boss.
trying to hold on, and it's amazing what the police will give you if you just ask them. And he says, "I'll tell you what, I'll take your deal. You have 24 hours to find out the magic words and bring them back to me, or Bunny goes for a swim. Now get him out of here." And the weasels put black bags over your heads, and you are carried off, thrown into the back of a truck, driven around, thrown onto the sidewalk, and then when you pull the bags off your head, you are sitting on the sidewalk outside of Valiant and Valiant.
Yo.
Suffering, succotash.
Yeah. Carmody Kitty's like a giant fluff ball and frizzled everywhere. It's just like making spitting noises like blah 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 blah.
All right, comrades. It seems we have to rally together to do this research recon mission
We have to save
before
Roger.
it's too late for Roger Rabbit.
Precisely.
Losing is not an option here. Literally not.
That's a rational assumption.
So where should we start?
Do you now?
I think so.
Really?
Wrong cartoon.
That's reasonable.
Well,
Yeah, Jerome.
what happened to Von
Moon
Caption?
Mansion, maybe.
Von Caption was
Rock on.
arrested with you and is presumably still in the custody of the military.
What was
Darn it,
it
he
Moon
was-
wrote?
He was about to give us the magic words, wasn't he?
When?
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 In
And
fact,
possibly A after.
I still have
And there was a slash after it. There was an unwritten, yeah, like
A
that.
slash.
Yeah.
Try with
The,
it. That's right.
Is that just how you write your E's, or is that supposed to be? Could that be a 3?
No, it's just how I write my E's. Oh, thank you, Dark and
Hey, Dark and
Nate.
Nate.
That unlocks another tier. Oh my god, thank you. Where's my
like.
list of things? That is strong to the finish. Gina, you will get a one-time ability. In fact, what I would say is right now, while you are making this very visit to Valiant and Valiant right now, you were just dropped off on the sidewalk. What are the first things you do since you saw Bluto involved?
Yeah.
You go to the refrigerator and just some sort of
I
sense of
rip
intuition,
open the refrigerator door.
you take a can of spinach and you just put it in your pocket. Just on a
I
whim. You
retrieve
don't
a
even-
can of spinach and I put it in my
Your
pocket.
penguin pocket.
My
Thank you,
little-
Dark of Nate.
Yeah. My penguin flap.
Thank you, Tinksy. Thank you, everybody. And
My rare penguin flap.
yeah, no, that is just my terrible handwriting.
Okay, great.
So it definitely says when, and then there's that slash.
Okay.
I have when Aladdin in my
penguin wallet.
notes.
When
We have an Aladdin.
Aladdin.
Yeah. That's what was
When
written on the
Aladdin.
that was written on the teacups.
There was an
The A, there was an A on the teacups.
Ah,
A is
that's
for
a,
Aladdin.
that's a really good point. You know, who would know the magic words? The tune that was using the genie in the first place, yeah? So, Aladdin, and maybe we can find a location in Rabbit and Valiant.
Yes, we should do some research
Likely
on that.
as anything, yeah.
It's a good lead.
All right. So yeah,
You valiant rabbit
Rudimentary.
folk.
you were in your offices.
My
What
dear
kind of
cat.
research would you like to do?
I'd like to find the contact information for Aladdin.
Okay. The T set, if you remember, just fill in the detail. The A on the bottom. Oh, Pop Perryman! Wow, thank
Summon the devil.
you. 666.
Evil time!
Well,
Because we're all about the
one
devil
extra
here on
thing,
Tempting
so
Fate.
that's
All
more
right,
like
bring
the
over that
devil's
ghost
cousin.
sacrifice. Let's get this done.
It was yesterday. We summoned the devil
We must worship
yesterday.
animals.
Yeah, somebody pointed out to me that one of the Evil Dead videos just like stuck on 666 right now, and I was just sort of like, that's kind of perfect.
I will never forget that
Thank you,
trolling.
Pop Perryman. Thank you, Dark Nate. Thank you,
Trolled you
Teacher.
real
Thank
hard,
you, everyone.
so hard.
That unlocks the character swap.
Oh.
There's gotta be such a good bad place.
So we'll get to that. I'll let you know when that happens.
Okay.
I'd like to get into character a little bit first before we pull the trigger on that.
Okay.
So
Oh, Mid-Muffin.
the story there was
Something to do with Mid-Muffin.
Arcade Maroon created the genie in the tea set. He drew the cartoon genie in the tea set. It was an Arcade Maroon production for Aladdin, and that's why the A was on the bottom of everything. So if you're wanting to look
Right,
into
we
Aladdin, you're
want
looking
to
into Arcade Maroon
question.
Studios. Like,
Yes.
okay.
And
Okay.
Carmody Kitty is gonna what do they do?
Clean
Oh,
themselves.
clean yourself.
but there's like a word for it.
Masticate.
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna say clean.
Chewing on
They don't see
Okay,
them.
you can roll to do research on Maroon Studios, Maroon Cartoons.
What is it?
Roll.
Print?
You
My dog.
are. Hang on, crossed out. You are a researcher, so this is your thing. You can roll 3, unless somebody wants to help, in which case maybe we'll go beyond that. Yeah.
I'm a recon person. Can I help?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You can also roll 3 to help. We're gonna say you're gonna do recon on Maroon Cartoons, like physically, while they do research from the office. This is a Sherlock Holmes roll. You want to roll under your number. Your number is 3.
Pound pavement.
Yay.
Stay very,
Oh,
very
2
far away
successes.
from pavement. It's hot.
All right. Yeah, that is absolutely successful. You can roll 4, and it is also a Sherlock Holmes roll for you.
That would be 4 successes, 2 of which are words on the street.
Okay, 4 successes. Yeah, you know everything you want to know about Maroon Cartoons. Hey, thank you, PFW Scott. Yeah, thank you, everybody. Yeah, so why don't you? Okay, what do you want to know about Maroon Cartoons before you get your questions? Like the payoff of your research.
I want to know where any supplies related to that production were kept, what all was in writing, and whether there is what kind of trail of ownership there was at Maroon Cartoons at the time before the kettle went into private ownership,
Sure.
the chain of custody.
Reward unlock. That unlocks Toon Platoon. Yeah, the $200 tier is Toon Platoon. I copped that from the unused sequel, the unused script to the Roger Rabbit Part 2. Toon Platoon. Yeah, so the team gets a power to call on an invisible force made up of every toon ever, and the first wave that you get to call upon is Scrooge McDuck, Optimus Prime, and the Roadrunner.
Nice.
I love the Roadrunner so much.
I'm also sad.
And now we are into
Such a
Dom
joy.
time.
You can get Scrooge from right up.
Oh, dear!
Scrooge! Yes, so when Scrooge shows up, Scrooge will show up. Oh, and I'll get to do my great Irish accent.
Oh my gosh, there's a herald.
Scrooge is Scottish.
And you're also
did I
doing
say
a
Irish?
Scottish
Wow, I
accent,
should be
which I
killed.
love.
I did a Scottish accent. Yeah, I know what I'm doing here. I'm a professional something, I promise.
Rick's Elmer Fudd is the best Elmer Fudd that's ever been done ever.
We'll find
Looking
out.
forward to that
I look-
opera.
It's gonna be
Oh
excellent.
yeah, if that's on, yeah, we're doing that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
Me neither. It's gonna be good.
Hey,
Double
Kai!
Kai.
Double Kai, thank you. So yeah, you You spend some time, you hit the books, you go down to City Hall, you do all the usual research circuit stuff that makes you a research artist, and you learn pretty much everything about Maroon Cartoons. You see how their stock ownership system works, how their accounting works, how their in-studio corporate management works, all this stuff. You learn a lot. And you know that Maroon Cartoons only has one warehouse for props and things from productions. But you also learn that the Aladdin production did not make it far into production. Essentially, shortly after the production was initiated for a mysterious reason, which you suspect, given the timing, is that he created the genie, the production was abruptly canceled and nothing further was created.
Say, that's suspicious.
That's suspicious.
Suspicious.
You have a bunch of friendly contacts at Maroon Cartoons. They are in a bit of a bind right now since June Maroon obviously was just murdered.
Are you making people say your words?
I'm really bad at secret objectives. Let's keep going.
Continue.
So yeah,
LOL. Sorry to
that
give it up.
that is the broad picture of what you get. It was a very short-lived production. You get the feeling Archeon Maroon initiated the production of Aladdin, created this genie, wished himself to greater success, and never made the movie, and sort of the production never rolled forward past that.
Right. Where are his working materials from when he created the genie?
Archeon Maroon, you can tell from correspondence you found, did a lot of work at home. He had a home office in the mansion that you have previously visited. He has files in that mansion.
Excellent. I have one more, and although I deeply, deeply want a word.
Yes. Well, you can have a word too.
What status is Maroon Cartoons in for acquisition?
Maroon Cartoons is actually probably very acquirable right now. As we learned last game, the reason June Maroon went looking for the genie in the first place was to try and wish them back to prosperity because they've been having financial hardship. So, yeah, they are probably ripe for takeover. Who knows who
Maroon's in the muck. Make moves won't cost much more.
You're really good at that one.
Yeah.
Very subtle.
Yeah.
Because he's so good at it. I'm garbage, so
will
no one
ever
can
tell.
tell
I
me.
got the good words.
That has
Literally
nothing to do
loves
with the
that.
secret objectives. Nothing. So,
To
yeah.
do it.
Excellent. So,
Ravensburger.
it appears that most of Arcane Maroon's working notes were in his home office, so we could conceivably go back to the Maroon Mansion and follow that lead.
Carmody Kitty has changed into the cat burglar wear.
Carmody Kitty.
Like, I'm ready.
Carmody Kelly, do it. Roll 3 Philip Marlowe die. You want to roll over your number. Your number is 2. See how effectively you cleaned yourself.
3 successes.
Okay, yeah, you are very clean. Don't worry.
It's like I've got like this little gleam that's going off of the fur, and I have back I'm in the cat burglar outfit. But because I was so clean, I now have like a little cat burglar sack that's waiting to be filled and a utility belt of cat burglar tools.
Sure.
So basically me cleaning myself has upgraded my clothing.
Complete, yes, grooming and style makeover.
Your fur
Mode
is
change,
rather
sure.
radiant.
Aren't you quite a pretty kitty?
You hear a wolf whistle. Come on, down here. It's like, where'd that come from?
I
Respect.
love all this. Love it all.
Respect.
It's the one in the middle. Respect women. There you go. That's L for you.
I love it.
I love her too.
So what's the plan? You
Head
headed-
over to the Maroon residence.
Let's break into the
Make our way over to
mansion
the Maroon
and
Mansion.
ransack everything.
We do have a reputation to uphold.
And we also have a limited amount of time.
Right.
We have to do
There
something
is
to
also
save our
that.
superior. There we go. I got it.
Nothing to do with the secret objective.
Nothing to do with the
Promise.
secret objective.
It's true. There's no secret objective in play.
Surely there isn't, Smith.
I swear to you, nobody is loopy from the marathon.
Not at all. Let's
We're
go.
all
Let's go.
totally all-
We're all here.
Yeah, lots of non-secret objectives going on.
Perfect.
No, they're totally secret. Nobody knows what's
Nobody
going on.
knows what's going on. I'm a human.
I have no idea what they're talking
All right, so we're
So,
going to the studio.
Let's go.
I'll call to where are we going?
to the mountain.
Maroon
We're
Mansion.
going to the mansion. I'll call our receptionist and make sure they know we've arrived.
I love how you flawlessly channel Heather's voice.
Yeah, it's really good.
Thank you.
Gina's talented at things part
Wait.
500 million in an infinite series.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you take the red car down to the mansion, and you are at the Maroon Mansion, and the mansion is, which was formerly crowded with police officers the first time you were there, and then was a little less guarded when Heather visited in Game 2, is now just locked up with some police tape across the entrance.
Let's go through the back. They never expect that.
I would also just like to do like passive perception sniffing.
Sure.
Yeah, so just to see like if I can get a pickup of any sense we recognize, people who've been in here recently.
Okay,
To see if anyone else has been creeping around as
Well, I know you don't have the strongest nose, so perhaps since I have dogs, which have much better senses of smell than humans, I could assist you in that particular
I just
endeavor.
feel like I've gotten really good at it after looking at your dogs.
Yes, but the number of nerve endings in a dog's nose is something that is
I
not
just
yet known to
really
medical
believe in
science
my-
in the 1940s.
I also just really believe in myself.
And I would love to bolster your confidence and implicitly assist you on your role.
I surely I would appreciate your support, Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith,
Smooth.
on
Smooth.
behalf of your
Smith.
Nothing about
Smite.
The top one says Smith, the next one says
Smite.
the bottom.
Alright.
And then
Smythe,
Smythe.
Smythe,
It's like
and
an
for Smooth.
alphabetical.
The
Smite.
Smithington Smythes, the Smallthington Smythes, and for Smooth.
Smooth.
Roll 3 Sherlock Holmes on behalf of your dogs.
Can I
and-
assist?
Whoa.
Now I'm assisting
oh,
you.
you're
That's
assisting
I'm
me.
just
Okay.
doing this
You're
direct
assisting
technique.
me,
I'm
yeah.
trying to be nice,
100,000
but you know.
bucks.
Yeah.
We are legion.
All right, 2
Are these
successes.
still
So
generating?
Okay, so you can roll 4.
Constantly.
A 4?
Yeah.
What am I rolling above?
And
the
you're
laws of
Sherlock
conservation
Holmes,
mass
so you
put
wanna
an
roll
upper
under your
limit on
number.
this. Except your tune, so never mind.
Got
Yeah.
You laugh at
We're against God.
Yeah, I got one.
Okay,
whole laws of gods and men.
Yeah.
1 success. Well, you sniff and you don't smell anything unfamiliar. It's the smell of June Maroon, the smell of Eric
Dead
Von
lady last
Caption, who you know now has been here. The smell of Roger Rabbit.
Great.
All right.
So the Musco murdered Maven and a musket.
Yes,
Most definitely.
definitely. Yes.
Like spot on.
Perfect.
Wow. You're good. You're good at that one.
We really should all just
Prodigious.
retire now.
We're spending blood
Perhaps.
magic to do this.
Yeah. So the
But
front
what
door
better use?
is locked
Help
and
me
taped.
as well.
What do you want to do?
Carmody K breaks through the back. Like
Yeah.
scales. There's like a whole process to it. Scales and sees an open window and
That
cat
sounds
wheels
like a
in.
Sherlock Holmes role to me, Carmody Kitty.
Oh,
you
okay.
are Philip.
No, just like breaks the glass.
That sounds like a Philip
we
Marlowe.
are.
This huge thing, you're just like,
Yeah. Like,
You are a Philip Marlowe character. You can roll 2. You're an erotic recon expert.
Wow, wow, yeah.
So breaking into places is probably something you do. Why don't we say you can roll 3 for this? This is probably something you do a lot because you're a
Yeah.
recon expert in this, and you're reconning.
Recon expert. Hat
2
burglar.
successes.
Yeah, you just smash the window and,
And then like
open it
little
up.
toe beans come in to just like
Aw,
do the little handle and open
Tobies.
it up.
Retrieving rewards is her greatest victory.
Yeah, and you're
Lots
in.
of victory here.
Right. I'd like to proceed to
Lots of love, lots of
Henry
victory.
Timberwolves.
Okay. You start searching around, and you enter the living room where the outline of the body is still
That's
there.
ironic. It's the living room.
Oh,
Very
yes. Sam operating light years ahead of me. Yeah. So yeah, no, you find the living room where the dead body once was, and you go down a hallway, and through the hallway you find an office, and that office has photos of RK Maroon with famous Maroon cartoon players, Roger Rabbit, Baby Herman, Jessica Rabbit, all the characters that are associated with that family, the Maroon cartoon family, and a bunch of other ones that are, just not as famous. And then posing with other, you see him with, in fact, what I'll say is,
How about you see him with the two other kittens?
you see him with the two other kittens. Why don't you make a roll, a perception roll? We'll call it Sherlock Holmes. You want to roll under your number. You can roll 3. This is a research thing.
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. You look around, and there are a lot of pictures of RK Maroon with his young daughter at various ages, growing up. And a lot of the pictures are them posing with RK Maroon stars.
Wow.
Thank you, Justin.
That's amazing.
Thank you so much. Oh my God, thank you everybody. I don't even know what that unlocks, but
Dom does.
Dom made a sound.
Oh no.
That was a dog snoring,
Yeah.
I think.
That was, I think
Was it Harold made a sound?
That was the
That was a puppy sound.
Of course it was a puppy sound. Look at that puppy face.
Dog doesn't sound like a dog. He's a human man.
He's a human
So
man.
That's what
Really
this sounds
got a bunch
totally
of dogs in a t-shirt.
Puppy
and
cam?
jeans.
Definitely not.
No? I want the puppy cam.
no puppy cam.
Okay.
We will find something.
So yeah, and a bunch of pictures of them over, growing up with his daughter, and there are pictures of them with Maroon cartoon stars, and a lot of pictures of them with Disney stars, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, all the stars of the eras, Minnie and
Mr. and Miss Maroon,
Royalty.
Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, making merry.
Wow, yeah. I was about to correct you, but I keep forgetting that you're a master.
Ooh.
The best.
Again, nothing to do with the secret objective.
These are
Lots
just
of pictures of RK Maroon, his daughter,
You're coming up
and
with some pretty slick
Disney
sayings.
stars. Not a lot of Tex Avery stars. Not a lot of not a lot of Warner Brothers stars.
Alright.
Disney.
Interesting. On a wild hope, do I see the documents locker with like the working carbons? Like you have the thing and then you have the carbon?
There is a locked filing cabinet in the office.
Nothing's ever locked.
Well, that is up to you.
Comedy!
Cardi comes in and on all fours and then walks bipedally and then sees the picture of RK Maroon with the other 2 kittens and is like big eyes get filled with tears.
Oh,
It's
no.
Did you see this over here? And when she looks over, I want, when they look over, I want to grab the thing and hide it so
Okay.
that it's gone
You know
now.
what?
Yeah.
That's such a sweet gesture. I won't even make you roll for that. Just to remind the audience, Carmody was one of the 3 little kittens.
The middle kitten.
The middle kitten, and was the one who did not go on to fame and fortune.
No. And that's
They have a
why
little bit of a chip on their shoulder.
that's why they're a
Mittens.
PI and still lost the mittens, just like they did,
Yeah.
but
But none of the fame.
none of the fame. So
That's
I gotta
sad.
get those headlines. I gotta
Yeah.
make something of myself. I'm more than just a middle kitten.
Manfred Grown Up is gonna wobble into this room as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else do you want to be doing? Just before you start picking the lock here. What are the? Did you follow them in, or are you exploring the house in other ways? What do you want to do?
I've forgotten where I am.
We're in RK Maroon's
You are at
mansion.
RK Maroon's mansion. It's okay.
I'm just so afraid to be here again.
Oh no! Don't be afraid. You know what? If you're afraid, I'm going
I'm
to
a
like.
reluctant hero of this story.
I'm gonna. Manfred Grown Up doesn't like when people are lonely, and so he's gonna give you a hug, and so you probably waddled into this. I waddle us into this room,
Thank you.
and I'm licking your face.
Oh,
Soft-boiled detectives. Let's go.
Soft-boiled detective. Oh. call back.
I know.
I can no longer hold in my restraint.
Yeah. So what?
Face into chest and head rub.
Okay.
I
that's
guess
what,
face into other face.
I will not make you roll for that. You can just do that. Righty, what are you doing?
Yes, now please be something disgusting in juxtaposition to relative neatness. Come on.
Max?
We depend on you for
Max,
something.
do something disgusting?
Yeah.
Mainly just making a mess in the office, in the man cave.
Bless you.
You're with them.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I made my way in and, make my way through the papers and stuff.
Okay. So why don't you roll to pick that lock?
Yeah.
That is.
Kermity Kitty
Yeah.
is going to reach into my utility belt and pull out some dynamite.
You're a recon expert. Oh, dynamite?
Some miniature dynamite. It's really cute and it's pink with ribbons on
That's
it.
a lot.
That might destroy the carbons.
That
But
might
it's
be a
small.
lot.
I'm just gonna put it on the outside and to blow it open.
Okay, roll to dynamite the filing cabinet with cute dynamite.
Small,
You know what? This is an
small
excellent
pink,
failure state, so I'm going to.
That's
small
a
pink TNT dynamite.
that's a Philip Marlowe roll. You want to roll over your number. Let's say you can roll 2.
And if that doesn't work, I do have a lock pit kit.
Brave is
I
losing.
thought you might because
Yeah, I totally
you're a
have a
cat
lock pit
burglar.
kit.
Yeah, you do have a lockpick.
But I like this. It
totally
lets you
have
do
a lot.
Philip Marlowe, and again, the failure state is excellent.
I got 1 success.
One success.
I kind of. Does anybody want to help me?
No, it's yeah. You
I was sort of.
you got 1 success. That is an explosion. And,
What do we explode?
Success.
I mean, you have a reroll theoretically.
The
The
if you want
document's
to.
locker full of flammable paper materials.
It's little pink dynamite that was on the outside of the safe.
You have a reroll if you want to reroll the other one. Try and get 2 successes, but that is up to you.
Oh.
Do it.
This
It's
is
the
the
finale.
This is the finale, folks. Don't be stingy with those
I'm
rerolls.
doing it. Yeah, word on the street. Aw.
Roll
Table
it again.
reroll. Use the table
Oh, you
reroll.
have to roll it again first.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I have to
Just as
reroll
good.
it again.
Come on, come on, come on.
All
Go!
right.
Twos on the street. Twos on the beat. Beat twos.
What's your question? No, wait, let me tell you first what happens. All right, 2 successes, but you did use dynamite, so the dynamite successfully explodes, and it basically blows the filing cabinet kind of to Kingdom Come.
Open.
You are all tuned,
Blows
so
it
you're
open.
fine. You duck down behind the desk and manage to avoid the blast just very narrowly. While the papers just scatter all over the room, most of them are burnt, but you find what you see is that a lot of the surviving scraps are receipts for Acme products.
My snoot is sniffing.
Receipts?
I have a
I'm quite good at
question.
researching
A lot of
receipts.
carbon.
Yeah, what is your question?
Um,
Yeah, the carbon burns very fast. That's why there's only like little scraps left already.
what was on the paper that we're trying to find? The thing that you were looking for?
Oh, I wanted to see if maybe in the development of the tea kettle there would be a carbon of when he wrote the words down.
What's on the carbon that he wrote the words down on?
What?
Yeah.
What I'm gonna say is nothing. I will go a little bit further than I should probably go in the answer to this question and just say, don't assume that R.K. Maroon was the one who created the magic words. Just because he created the genie, I think the genie implied last week that the person who wished away his powers and memories probably created the magic words.
Thank you for saying that because I completely missed
I
that
forgot.
implication
Yeah, me
last
too.
week.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I didn't realize.
Maybe
That was perfectly okay.
maybe I missed that, or maybe it's just I should just drop that on you as a part of the answer to your question.
Like refrigerator.
But
So,
Team huddle, real quick.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Team huddle.
Was that
Already
Eric,
huddling.
Eric von Caption that was the one that
No.
said that he
Got taken from Von Caption. Could be Miss Maroon.
that she made the words?
Yeah, Miss
Oh,
But
Maroon
she's
might have made
dead.
'em.
she was trying to write the words out.
Dead now.
Perhaps
Otherwise
someone
he's a
associated
problem.
with Disney or Acme. We
So
know that
then-
Maroon had close relationships with both of those.
Yeah.
Okay, so we should check out Disney and Acme.
Would it be too much trouble for you? I know that you wouldn't necessarily want to go to Disney. They might have professional opportunities. They could be very distracting for you.
I like you.
Carmody Kitty has
And
like
support.
stars in their eyes. It's like,
I would like.
no, I believe I could make that work. I have no problem going to Disney for the team.
Ah, well.
For the team only, but I could just easily go to Acme. A lot of people there that don't know me just yet, but they need to get to know me.
Oh, who would pass up a networking opportunity?
So,
Maybe we need
What
to
else?
split the team up, Disney
No,
and Acme.
I don't like splitting teams.
Splitting the party only ever goes well, and I support this idea vehemently.
Okay.
what,
Alright.
are you done at the house? What do you guys want to do?
I would like
Further
to
search
still.
the
I would
mansion?
like to keep looking.
You want to keep looking?
Yes, I would like
Hey,
to
thank you,
report.
Thunder Cabbage, for the bid.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thunder Cabbage, I like
This
that.
is our Cameron's home, though, right?
Yeah.
Yes, this is.
Which means at one point in time, June Maroon lived here.
Yes, and she actually
Yeah.
she lived here currently. Like she
Yeah.
after
Can we
her
go
father
see her
died,
room?
she
Yeah.
yeah, you can go see her room if you want.
I,
Let's see your room.
I definitely would like to accompany you for that.
Okay, I also want to make sure you don't feel lonely.
That's why I'm coming.
Yay!
My reluctant heart has been reinvigorated.
Oh,
Wow.
so sad and sweet.
I just thought I should report that.
Let's
Sad
go.
is I think more.
Love,
Thank you.
love like lots
So
of
I'm gonna sniff,
Oh.
sniff, 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 sniff,
Yeah,
sniff.
This is a
find
big
June
old
Maroon.
house. I would like to offer some advice that it seems important folks like to hide things behind pictures of their own faces. So maybe we should check behind portraits.
That's a really good idea. I would not have thought about that. Wow.
You're welcome.
Thanks, friend. So if we see
I want to knock all the photos
For
of
instance, the
Maroon off
ones
the wall.
in here.
Yes.
in here,
Or June.
I'm gonna.
All the maroons.
Carmody Kitty's gonna help Righty knock some paintings off the walls.
how about all of them?
Mania.
All
Mania.
of them.
Let's go to the room. while
Roger
you
always
destroy
tries
the
to be
home.
Okay.
thorough.
So let's start. What are you doing? Smythe.
I would like to go to the attic.
Go to the attic. Okay.
Yes, weird things are in attics.
Sure.
That's true.
Indeed.
What are you doing, Icy?
Well, I was accompanying up to June Maroon's room.
Thank you, Toad Kaiser.
Hi, Kaiser. Thank you.
Yeah, the human man will be my roommate up there.
The human.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Is
me.
that not what I
And
said?
you're
No,
going.
that's
You're
me.
going to June Maroon's room.
Just making sure we're talking about me. The
Yeah,
human.
you.
Okay,
You're
cool.
Thank you for the customer.
Yay! I'm a human.
So the,
Yes.
I said the human man.
so the two of you are going to June Maroon's
Yes.
room, and the two of you are going through the house,
We're knocking down paintings.
searching for something that might be
Anything that's
behind
got a
the painting.
maroon
Yeah.
face on it's
Okay.
getting knocked off a wall.
Whirly dervish in here.
You head up to the attic. While you're doing that, okay, you and you roll Philip Marlowe rolls. Oh, thank you for the
Give us
bits.
the
I
bits,
just
bits,
phased
bits,
them.
give us the bits.
You two roll Philip Marlowe rolls.
have
You
gone
can
wrong.
each roll. Once you're helping him, right? So
Right.
why don't you roll? You're a recon expert. You can roll 3. You're trying to roll. Philip Marlowe, you want to roll over your number, which is 2. Yeah, that's 3 successes. So you can roll. You are an unhinged muscle, so you can roll. But you are knocking things around. Let's say you can roll 2 with help. You can roll 3.
Yeah, I'll knock anything off a wall.
Thank you.
Whoa!
That's 3 word on the streets.
3 word on the streets. Okay, so
That's
first.
like critical.
We'll come back to that.
critical.
Hang on to that for a second.
Yeah.
The two of you go to June Maroon's room.
Yes.
And I will say you enter and you look around. And actually, what I'll say is, June Maroon has 2 rooms here. She has a bedroom that she lives in now, her adult bedroom, and then there is her childhood bedroom, which is down the hall from that, which is just sort of locked up and still reflects childhood June
I would
Maroon.
like to see her childhood room first.
I
Sure.
concur.
I think when
concur.
people make passwords on stuff,
Kind
no, wait, that technology is not invented yet. Never mind. I would not know
Well,
that.
a lot of
Well,
magic.
safes, a lot of
a lot of
safes.
When someone
magic
does,
comes
when
out of
someone
people's
comes
childhoods.
Up, yeah, yeah, that too.
Ciphers.
And doors.
I don't know
Psychology
what that
applies.
is. I'm too
Um,
young.
So Manfred
I'm a grown-up.
and Smythe, and Icy Mac. Icy Mac, you're a lab rat, and Manfred, you're a recon expert. So Manford, are you? Why don't you help? You're helping.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna sniff out.
You
I think
wanna
I'm gonna like come across her current room and be like, her smell is strong as here. But wait, I also smell something from this room.
Sure.
And
Why don't
yeah.
you roll a help roll? This is a search. It's a Sherlock Holmes roll. You want to roll under your number. You can roll 2 because you're a lab rat, and this is not quite lab stuff, but you're prepared. You're still smart.
You're not penguin. You're not a rat at all.
Well,
Sam Pullins.
I'm a
You
rat
know what to
queen.
do. You are trying to roll
Rat, you would be a rat queen.
under your number. Your number is 5, so that is
That's
2
2
successes. So
successes.
you can roll 4.
Yay! Yay! That's a 6. It's a 2. That's a 6. Wow, 3 sixes and a 2.
You want to roll under your number. Your number
got
is 3.
I'm gonna re-roll.
Wow, yeah.
No, I totally forgot when I picked these dice. I'm gonna like, let's find lucky dice for 6s, and then I was like, no, that's not how this game works.
You only reroll one.
Yes, yep.
I'm never going to use those public dice again after yesterday, Max.
No, you only reroll 1.
Oh, I only reroll 1. Okay,
Yeah.
so there was 2 6s there. We'll say that, and then 1. Hey.
All right. Yeah, you walk into June Maroon's childhood bedroom, and you know it is a young girl's bedroom. There are stuffed animals. There are pictures of her family. There are
Any diaries under the mattress?
You don't find any diaries under the mattress. If there was ever such a thing, June has long since
Any
removed it.
secret boxes or safes?
No. What there are
Any carvings on the bedposts?
no carvings on the bedpost.
What about under the bed? On the laying down, you scoot under and you look under the bed. Anything under there?
No, you, do,
Anything in
you
the
do
closet?
that, but don't see anything.
Yeah.
Did you not have a childhood?
Did you try blowing on the glass
Well-
on the window? Like,
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Thank you, Kitty.
Her parents were very, very, you know.
and we're down there
Yeah,
like,
and oh, thank you for the bits, Jeff. So yeah, you blow on the glass, and when you blow on the glass, a shape appears. It's a Mickey Mouse head. You know,
Whoa.
that Mickey Mouse shape
Oh,
with the ears.
Oh.
And you look around the room, and a bunch of the stuffed animals are Disney characters. Don't worry if that's anachronistic. And on the walls, there are some pictures, and they're pictures of her with a bunch of Disney characters.
How dusty or cobwebby does this room seem?
How dusty or cobwebby does the room
Has
seem?
there been recent movement in this room?
No, there doesn't seem anything like that.
does anything look like there's something's missing? Like a plate, like an empty spot on a shelf, or a bookcase, or like a desk spot that's now clean?
Oh, to know, but thanks for the bits.
bits, give us the bits, give us the bits.
I like what's developing
No,
right now.
there's nothing like that. It's like looking at the
It's a
photos.
revolution.
It's like looking at the photos. What it looks like is this June lived in here probably until somewhat close to her adulthood. You can see pictures of her with her
Right.
father, just like in her office. You know, his office just sort of growing older. The Disney pictures, of course, Disney had only existed for a few years earlier. This are look like, you know, they are the more recent ones. The ones before that are just mostly her and her family. And then at some point, maybe when her father died, it looks like she sort of just picked up and moved to the master bedroom and has lived there.
I think we should go down the hall and look for Mickey memorabilia.
I think that's a
I'm
good
coming
idea.
for
I
your
want to
brain.
do one more sniff of this room. I mean, search of this room.
Right.
Can I-
Downtime begins now.
Whoa.
Wow. I wish I could say this. It says it in red on my screen. Nothing's in red,
Yeah.
but this is now. It's like
Oh.
I
Oh.
want to write it a little bloody where the blood is going to be.
Red
That's
rum,
exactly
red
the vibe
rum,
it
red
gives.
rum.
I want to
I'm
see
really good at
if I
that
can
voice.
smell either the most recent thing that was touched in this room. Not necessarily by June Maroon, but if it was Maroon, that's fine. But I want to.
the most recent thing that was touched. You smell.
Can I roll for like?
No,
a
you
perception?
succeeded
Okay.
in your search.
Okay,
I'll make
cool.
that part of it. You smell June Maroon. You smell her father. You smell the butler.
Mm-hmm.
You smell weasels. You know that they've been monitoring everything. You suspect that they have been here.
Weasels.
And the most recent thing. I mean, you suspect.
Yeah,
that
what is the
that's-
thing that has been touched the most recently?
Well, you suspected that
Look
Mickey
up my
Mouse thing
brain
she
for
drew over there was
already.
probably fairly recent because Mickey Mouse has only existed for a few years, or
Yeah.
just a short time at this point. So, That looks pretty recent. Other than that, it looks like maybe the weasels searched the room, but you can't really tell much more beyond that. Now you, meanwhile, are headed up to the attic.
Right, I always try to do the worst idea. Splitting the party and going to the attic, I think sort of takes it for now.
Okay.
So as he's going up the stairs, you can just hear the ruckus that the two of us are making. And the rest of the house.
Yeah, you guys you're just going through the...
Full cartoon Foley.
Yeah, you are trashing this place left and right while this is going on. And we'll get back to what you find.
We are the worst.
Yeah, you head up to that attic, and the attic is pretty big, and it has a lifetime of stuff in it. It has a lot of arcane rooms, old boxed up files. It looks like drawings of cartoon characters, some that he used, some that got aborted, things like that. And it looks like old family heirlooms and old, it's dusty. It's just sort of the typical junk of life. And everything, why don't you roll to see how much quite you see beyond that? We'll call this a Sherlock Holmes roll. You can roll 3, because this is what you do.
This is far too much work for one human to handle alone. Heralds?
Fine.
And now they're going to move cartoonishly fast.
The vomiting heralds.
Yeah.
Love all the heralds.
As I get 3 successes.
3 successes. You know what? I am going to make you re-roll 2 of those.
Oh, well, in that case, 3 successes.
All right. All right.
Fuck you, Dragon Lady.
I am not going to tempt fate again. So yeah, you get 3 successes, and you definitely notice that everything in there is packed up in Acme boxes.
Oh no.
A lot of connections to Acme. Acme and Disney. Didn't get any words on the street, so there's nothing in particular I can find in here.
I'll say also you spot weasel tracks. You get the feeling that the weasels were up there also. I'll say maybe you find holes where maybe they were surveilling people. Looks like holes were drilled in the floor, just as the general told you he's been keeping a close eye on everybody.
That's so creepy.
Weasel spies.
That's so creepy.
Roger Rabbit has creepy stuff in it.
Yeah. No, I just meant like holes in the ceiling, like peeping.
Literally losing.
Peeping weasels.
Weasley wimps. Alright, I will take one last scan and rejoin the group if there isn't very much more. I don't have anything in particular, I'm sort of just doing a search.
No, I'll say is that the only thing you can get is that all the boxes are the same shape, same size, and you would probably guess whatever was once in them, they were all probably full of the same thing.
Vampires.
What's that?
Makes sense.
Not big.
Like a book box?
Yeah, let's say about like the size of one of these.
Okay. So
and it's
bigger than a bread box.
Bigger than, yeah, just slightly bigger than a bread box.
A little bit bigger.
Interesting.
It's an interesting choice of words, but so yeah, that's what you find, and now the 2 of you are just trashing this place. Did we roll to see how?
3 successes.
3 successes.
All words on
Yeah.
the street.
All
Everybody
words
can
on-
get
so
changed
many
into a
words.
Xena
Yeah.
warrior princess outfit, which is
so-
totally
Yes.
not.
Yes.
But she's like, and they're going la 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 la. And how did you do the
Xena
Xena
warrior
noise?
princess is anachronistic, but I'll give you some generic warrior princess.
Generic warrior princess.
Yes.
But
Too early for Xena
they're
yet.
they're swinging around. They've made a little chakra.
Oh, Denova! Oh, thank you
Oh my
again.
gosh, thank you so much, Denova.
Denova the penguin says thank you.
Lots of love. Lots of love. Lots of like.
So yeah, 3 successes. You knock every painting in this place off the wall, every photo, every picture, and you do finally. Oh my God! Just who is him?
Just
Oh my god! Oh, thank you!
Wow.
What are you doing?
Dom, what is going on?
Oh, Dom's gonna do so
Not seeing anything show up yet.
Oh.
I see him typing.
You get us to
now he's
$600.
smiling.
I'll
Oh,
kill
no.
Rick.
Dom's
Smiling now. Oh, like evil
we already
smiling.
smiling really big.
Oh God! All right.
That's my best Loki.
Thank you so much, everybody. Really,
Went
just
all the way around his head.
It's very
Just
creepy.
doing this, the whole head.
so yeah. You search the whole place left and right, and you the two of you ultimately find a safe behind a painting. In
Like I can open it.
the bathroom. It is a picture of R.K. Maroon smiling and doing this, and it is like just on the bathroom wall. And when you knocked it off the wall, there was a safe in the wall behind the picture of R.K. Maroon.
Is it locked? Locked safe? Locked safe? Needs a Carmody
Oh
Kitty's
yeah,
touch?
it is
I
absolutely
think
locked.
for one of my, words on the street.
Oh, yeah.
What's the combination to the safe?
Oh!
Okay. The combination to the safe is
Hold on a second.
Is it a tune safe?
yes, it is not.
Great. So now I got an idea. As my word on the street.
Hold on a second. Hey, you. What's the combination?
And so his eye open up and says, "Well, I'm not supposed to tell anybody, but I guess since everybody's dead, it doesn't really matter anymore. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Same as my luggage.
I love you.
Yeah.
So say we all.
All right.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Carmody Kitty slowly puts back the little pink dynamite that pulled out. Like tried to do it very slyly.
You just throw that in
It
the
worked
corner
so
or
well
something
last
and do
time.
wacky stuff.
So yeah, you get the safe. The safe says open sesame,
Yay.
and it
Swell.
opens, and inside there is a ledger.
Oh.
Is there anything else? Because I don't care about that.
Pupper cam.
Upper cam is up. What?
Where's the pupper
Upper cam is upper cam.
Upper cam is upper cam. Wait, this way. This way. Oh, Pupper.
Pupper.
What are you doing?
The dog.
Get off of me.
No.
Tubby.
I love you, puppy, wherever you are.
Near me.
Somewhere.
I can't reach that far anyway. Don't worry.
Trapped in this
Nah.
box.
Shut up.
Someone let me out of the. Okay.
Hi, baby.
So yeah,
We love you. You're a very good dog.
he's such a good dog.
Do it.
Oh.
Puppeteering Marquita.
Puppeteer.
He just snorted at me. Okay.
Oh, that's what this donation goal is. It's a puppeteer.
I'm the other wolf
Whoa.
down here.
Oh my
Oh my God.
But.
We're using that in the future. Puppeteer will be a thing from now on. We're in negotiations with Harold's people. Trying to cut like some kind of long-term deal like Robert Downey Jr. has with Marvel.
I hear they have
No,
him
no,
on short
I'm
leash.
your chest wolf.
Oh, the
Nice.
Sampuns give it. The Sampuns take it away.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I see it.
And
East
here's
and
the other
South.
one.
Okay, so yeah, you find a ledger inside.
Okay. Carmody Kitty is dressed in a little sweater vest and has pulled out some little bifocals and licks their toe beans to then open the ledger.
Okay, you open up that ledger and you see nothing.
Invisible.
And like
Yep.
turn some more pages.
Yeah, no, there's nothing.
Pee on it.
And then like pulls it upside down.
Did you just say pee on it?
Is that how you reveal in slang? No? Okay, let's move on.
Okay, so
No, I think we should examine this. No, okay.
No, I think by pH, it's the opposite of that.
Anyway, that's how Fallon posted
Anyway.
it.
Nobody's peeing on anything.
no.
If there's anything I know about the Declaration of Independence, it's that you use lemon juice and a little bit of heat.
Yep.
All right,
Exactly.
Let's head to the kitchen.
Too bad that movie hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, but the Declaration of Independence has.
All right. You,
Also, it's just
Carmody
like
Kitty,
all the classics by
because
him.
the shook it and nothing came out right.
yeah, no, it's just
Okay.
it's just a book.
Closes the backs up, puts it underneath the little arm, and then like strides into the kitchen to find some lemons. Cause recon expert.
Is there a door behind the safe though?
We'll
Like
see.
clearly
Well,
a fake door.
A safe
Well,
within
he's
a
still got
safe.
2 more questions.
Yeah.
you still have some more questions. You want to use them?
Where are the lemons at?
The lemons. You can't find any lemons in the house. There are no lemons here.
How about oranges or grapefruit or other kinds of citrus?
Wait, which are you trying to reveal the writing to do the trick? Doesn't he need fire to do that?
No, you just
You need to paint the lemon juice
Or you
first.
pee on it.
right.
What's with
We're not peeing
You
on
find the lemon.
anything.
No one's peeing on anything.
We're not peeing on anything.
I'm not going crazy, chat. Like,
There's a whole yard out there.
Do we need to do a potty break?
Make merry.
Ravity quirks.
All right.
Let us know what you think in the chat. No, don't.
Icy
actually.
Mac takes the puppy human outside to relieve themselves.
Okay. Thank you, Icy Mac.
You're welcome. Now we're back in the room.
All right. Why don't you make a roll to see if you can find the lemon juice, find the appropriate fire, and reveal something in the book. We'll call it a Sherlock Holmes roll. It's precise action. Who's doing it and who's helping?
We're gonna have. I'd take it to Icy Mac to do that.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Did someone ask to retrieve me from the other room?
Icy Mac, we're gonna need some of your forensic expertise. Found a ledger that looks like it's empty, but I'm thinking it's got invisible ink.
Oh, I hope there's not pee on it. That would be revolting and repulsive.
also counterproductive.
I validated your claim.
Thanks.
So.
So we've torn apart the
Okay,
kitchen in our
so-
previous painting.
I would like to inspect this ledger by
I'm snacking.
doing all of the normal procedures, such as holding it up to the light, taking another piece of paper and scratching on to see if I can get the etchings from the indentation of the ink. Also, I just, what do I have? Maybe I have a lemon on me. Do I have a lemon on me? No, I have a Swiss Army knife and a magnifying glass. Okay, I use the magnifying glass.
Yeah. You can absolutely do all that stuff. Does
all
anyone
the
want to
things.
assist him?
Yes, Carmody Kitty is going to nuzzle Icy Mac while they're
This
doing
is
that
my
to
thing.
Aw.
help them, be like, you
Okay.
can do it.
Carmody, that is a Philip Marlowe thing. You want to roll over your number. You're a kitty. You can roll, let's say, 2, because you're a kitty, but you're
And
also
I'm
a little
nuzzler.
abrasive. Yeah.
I'm like almost a serial nuzzler.
You want to roll over your number?
Okay, no, equal opportunity nuzzler. Oh, 2 words on the street.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so you will get that third, I guess 4th die for you. And you will get words on the street. Do you
What
have
a
questions?
riveting response
Yeah.
of love.
What are your questions?
That's what Carmody Kitty does.
Also steals.
How many magic words are there? Oh, we already knew that? 4? Okay. So not that one.
No, there's 6.
13 more. Okay.
Okay, so there's 6
Those
magic
4 panels.
words.
Oh yeah, for some reason I thought it was 4 too. Oh,
No, it's
yeah,
like the
that's
4
what-
blank
Yeah, it was
pages.
four.
I think that took us
6
to
words.
6
I
words.
think that just pointed
Put
us
that
towards
in
Eric
my
Von
notes.
Caption.
Write
think.
it down.
I
Well, that was a very useful question to have had.
Okay, is there anything further that we would need to investigate with those 4 blank panels?
No, that was just.
That was just to
taking
point
it
us
to-
towards
yeah.
Eric Von Caption.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Um,
I got 3 successes
That was- I only had 2
to
questions.
investigate the invisible ink, and one of them is a question.
Okay, so first let me tell you what you find.
Would love that.
Yeah, your investigation very thorough. You investigate it with a magnifying glass. You do that pencil trick. You do the thing with the lemon juice and the
Yes.
lighter, and you bring everything up. And what you find,
What does the research reveal?
it's the financials, like the real books of maroon cartoons. Everyone keeps one set of books for the IRS and one set of books for real. These are like the real books, and you see that
Everybody?
maroon. Yeah, everybody.
No.
In movies. RK Maroon, he's skimming a little bit off the top, hiding some stuff from his shareholders, stealing a little bit. But that's really all it is. It's just the financials. And while you're
Well,
Researcher, I can
yeah.
look through them if you like.
Goes to Acme.
he does seem to spend a lot of money at Acme, but it looks a lot of it is just part and parcel to his cartoon business. Cartoon makers obviously use a lot of Acme products. So while you're thinking about what that means, why don't we
There you go.
enter an intermission for a moment,
Oh.
where Max and I.
My question,
Oh, you have a question?
I do. Is Disney mentioned on here anywhere?
No.
What is their relationship?
Then we
That's
had-
2 questions.
That's 2 questions. Nope, Disney's
This
not
is just
mentioned.
me talking out loud now.
All right, so intermission. Max and I are now going to fulfill this tier. This tier is called Kill the Wabbit. We will sing a verse from Elmer Fudd's Wabbit-centric take on Ride of the Valkyries.
I'm ready.
Um, Okay. Be very quiet. I'm hunting wabbits. Wabbit thwacks. Kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit.
Kill the wabbit.
Yo-ho. How did I do this part? Yo-ho-to, yo-ho-to-oh, 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 yo-ho-to,
Almighty warrior of great fighting stack, might I inquire to ask, what's up, Doc?
I'm going to kill the wabbit.
Almighty warrior, that'll be quite a task. How will you do it, might I inquire to ask?
I'll do it with my spear with magic helmet.
Spear and magic helmet.
Spear and magic helmet.
Magic helmet.
Magic helmet.
Magic helmet.
Magic helmet. I will give you a sample. And then he runs to the top of a mountain and he waves his hands around and storm starts.
Goodbye.
That was the wabbit. And that is it. Thank you, Max. That was amazing.
Yes, very nice.
So good. I would say that was perfect.
Yeah.
I always wanted to play that scene.
And if you haven't seen What's Opera Doc, you really need to. It's the
Yeah.
Really,
most
really,
amazing
really do.
thing.
What's Opera Doc? It is just brilliant beyond belief. You can go Google it. It's on Vimeo.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for unlocking that tier. And also, when we come out of that tier, the other thing you unlocked is the character swap. So coming out of the intermission, why don't we say, hey, Shalthea, thank you for this. Thank you, everybody. You all have been so incredible tonight.
Chanting.
This whole season. So yeah, we're going to come out, and it is time for Rave to play Carmody Kitty for 15 minutes.
Shitty. I can't do
And
that.
for Markia to play Manfred Grown Up for 15 minutes.
Yes.
Oh.
My first mate, we'll time it.
They all start.
My EXO,
Always the XO.
always the EXO, yeah.
Thank you.
But my game has no board.
Where am I pencils? Yeah.
Pencils are for writing, not breaking.
I get it. I get it.
It's cute. False dichotomy.
Oh, this is great.
I'm crazy, see?
That's
And you have so many outfits. Realize your entire, 15 minutes will be spent developing
I'm gonna get
brilliant
into
outfits.
every single outfit I can.
I come back from intermission, I'm in something else. One I'm in wizard cloaks because I can be. Carmy's ready to make some magic.
Actually,
Yep.
don't quite start it just yet.
Not yet.
Because before we do that, we will come out of the intermission, and you are all standing around thinking about the clues when you hear this sound outside, this and as it grows, you all run to the window and you see this majestic penguin, clearly an adult. Definitely not a baby penguin disguised as an adult. Oh, look, he's moving. He's changing positions.
Oh, he's softening up his
He's
bed.
softening his bed. Oh,
It's refluffing.
we love you, Harold.
Moving around.
It really makes you think.
Big yawn, big yawn.
Oh,
Rick, he's right below you and right next to Max. Right now.
Oh, puppy yawn.
hello, Harold.
Oh my God.
So yes, out of the sky, this
The magic
majestic
of
penguin
television.
swoops down on a glider and comes to the ground and waddles over to you. And this penguin,
We are ready to receive the message.
So I hand out one from Orion Lightning. It says, thank you for all the laughs and feels this season. I'll be anxiously waiting for your return for the next season. Lesson 3, lesson 3, lesson 3.
Thank you, Orion.
Less than 3. Hey.
Less than 3 reciprocated.
Lots of love.
This one is from Time Kaiser. Be careful who you trust in show business. I was fired from my own play. Says Harvey, the Invisible Rabbit. That's good advice.
Never trust anyone in show business. That's the first lesson, kid.
I'm not a kid, I'm an adult.
We got one of those too. He's a grown-up.
I'm totally a human. Yes, we are.
I believe you implicitly. T-Boys says, thank you for tempting fate for 3 great seasons. Here's to 3 more. ... And a movie.
Aww. Thank you, Tyler.
Much love to Rick, Gina, Sam, Max, and everyone at Saving Throw Show.
Thank you, Tyler.
Thank you. Pop Harriman says, to the father's platitude, to the mother's invention, to the crew gratitude, to the cast adoration. See you next season.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, that was really nice.
And Aki says, happy Sunday, you guys.
Happy Sunday. Love you, son.
Congrats on another stellar season of Tempting Fate. Thank you for brightening up my Monday mornings and sending me 2 classes with a smile on my face. Love you all dearly. And Max, that trick kicks ass. Whoop. Aki heard a bad word and then I said a bad word.
That's okay, you're an adult.
We love you, Aggie.
That's true. So
Adults
I
can say
can
words.
say all sorts of words and
All right, I got it back on. And with that clearly adult penguin heads outside, tries flapping the little penguin wings exactly like this for a while, and you're just watching all sort of awkwardly. And finally, they head over to their glider, and they pick it up and jog along the ground.
Someday.
And with a someday, they sail majestically off into the sky, their gliders' jet engines kicking in and shooting them back up, and they disappear into the clouds.
Wow.
And thank you so much, everybody, for those
Thank
carrier
you. They were
things.
so
Thank you.
sweet.
And thank you,
Love that.
Adele.
Respectively radical.
And now I'm a posh British person again.
Massively majestic.
Resume
Love
your
it.
dignity.
Yes, Jackie Manson.
Yeah, everybody. So that takes care of that, and that takes care of that, and that takes care of
That was
that.
a delightful dear. Thank you so much. I like reading the
We're doing
messages. That's
the
fun.
character swap
That could be a
now.
thing.
So that's is that and that. Okay.
Radical.
You can start that countdown now, EXO. Thank you.
Hi, sir.
So yeah, you are in the kitchen and you are taking stock of your situation.
So what'd you find out from that ledger?
No, this is the financial reports. They have been reworked and reworded, but it's just your standard embezzlement.
Sounds pretty boring to me. Anything interesting or worthwhile in there? Any mentions of Disney?
While everybody's concentrated on that, the 3 dogs have shuffled around. So now Elle is at
Yes,
the top.
give Elle the spotlight.
Yes, how is everything? I know exactly what we're doing and where we are.
I like the reinvention of your voice.
No, I sound like this all the time.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like
That checks out.
Checks out.
yeah, 100%.
Well, I would like to examine the Rolodex to see who Maroon Cartoon's connection at Acme is. We've seen several ties now in this ledger. Reports even
You
more.
have all made enough successful search rolls so that I will just say, yeah, you find that, and that contact is Marvin Acme Jr., the son of Marvin Acme himself, who was, as you remember, one of the victims in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Also, he was the guy, he was, got killed in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
So perhaps we can investigate Acme's connection to all of this.
Happy to. I hear they sell pretty good squirt guns. I could use a nicer one.
Yes, but the quality
Maybe
control
something.
isn't always terribly high.
True.
I'm sure that will be absolutely fine, especially with such a risky substance as dip. After all, it doesn't affect me.
Risk
So,
reward, it's all part of the same thing.
so are we going to go and take care of this at Disney? I'm piecing it together. I think I know what's going on now.
But I just wanted
That's
to
pretty much the gist of it.
Risk,
dip
I'm
is
not a
some
fan
toxic
of.
crap. It won't melt you like a tune, but it, you know,
It'll
you
hurt.
don't want to get a face full of it either.
Acetone, benzene,
Yeah.
and like one other thing. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, risk I'm not a fan of, but I'm pretty happy with the word reward. So I think we should go.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it because we're all good boys and we deserve a reward.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Good girls.
Acme. Okay, sure. So you head off, and I will say you take the red card down to Acme, and you have Marvin Acme Jr.'s number from the Rolodex, and you are able to pull some strings to get yourselves at least onto the lot, and you make it into Marvin Acme's main building, and
So-
there is
He has a new outfit for this.
doorman is a big cartoon rhinoceros standing
Nice.
there, blocking the door, arms folded.
Oh, a rhinoceros. I can handle this one.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, we're all ears.
Oh, don't worry. I'll take care of it. You all wait here while I attack.
That doesn't sound like that great of an idea.
It's a great plan. Don't worry, it's nothing too bad. I'm quite cowardly.
The rhinoceros is just standing there as I guess you
Oh.
walk up to him.
Yep. Good evening.
What do you want?
Oh, I just wanted to see how you are.
I jump into his lap and start. I'm in like an evening gown.
Hey, thank you for the sub.
Thank you.
Rem, yeah.
Yeah.
The Ormai.
Theorem, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
It's like
Thank
reading those vanity plates.
Yes, it's exactly like figuring out a vanity plate. Yeah. Oh my God, that's right.
I don't know why the casing here doesn't show up on there, but it's very clear here.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. It
Cause
looks,
screw you, that's why.
Yeah,
These are all uppercase.
yeah, these are all uppercase for us.
You're all shouting your
Why
names
we
at
don't know
us.
how to read.
I'm in a gorgeous evening gown in case anyone spots me while we have walked down the lot, and then I've jumped into your lap right now, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to seduce you, but also rub up against you, so an assist
Okay,
to whatever. our
That
friend
sounds
is
like a
doing.
Philip Marlowe roll
Yeah.
for the assist. So you want to roll over your number, and you are Carmody Kitty right now, so
Yeah.
your number is 2, and you are trying to do a kitty thing, so you can roll
Seduction.
3.
2, 3. Your number on the dice. Also the number of times you can rub your tummy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Only
Yes. Only 2.
Cat.
I'm re-rolling. I'm gonna use one of my re-rolls.
Thank you.
Wait.
No,
you
no,
have
no.
to roll over a 2, so
Oh,
you
yeah,
just got
over
3
2. I thought,
successes.
yeah.
Yeah, so you got those. You got it. Yeah.
3 successes.
Your cat.
So
You're charmed.
the rhinos.
Even
oh,
Manfred's
Yep.
charmed.
Kitty.
Wow, you're
Yeah.
really good at what you do.
I love kitties. And
Yeah.
Thanks,
petting the
kid.
cat.
I mean, girl.
What do
Yeah.
you want again?
I'm a grown-up.
I am a spokesperson on behalf of the lovely kitty in your lap, and they would like to know if you would like to join them at a restaurant for an evening of riveting activities and conversation.
A night of magic and wonder. A night of magic and wonder. I can't do accents.
They're really nervous. Their voice
It's
has
gonna
lost
get
them.
Transylvanian real soon.
We expect your reply promptly.
This is a one-time offer. You
Okay.
should totally take it.
I'm convinced. You rolled 3.
Yeah.
So he says, "All right, kitty, let's go get some dinner." I guess. Wait, now
I want
or-
fish. I only have the best fish.
Right now, I think it'd be a good idea for you to leave immediately to make a reservation at the restaurant.
Only the best for this kitty.
There you go. Nailed it.
why don't you roll a Philip Marlowe roll? You want to roll over your number. You can roll, you are Icy Mac. You're Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
Shy, cowardly rat. You roll 1.
Okay.
Unless, no, you can roll 2 because they're helping you.
Thank you.
We might need some rerolls here.
Yeah.
See if this works out.
I got my number.
That's 1 success.
1 success. Why not? I've got so many rerolls. I'll reroll again.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, one of them. I want to so that I don't succeed at cost. It went so far away.
3.
3. I'll
This
reroll
one first.
again.
Oh.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
Yeah, run down that ziggurat.
That's all right. I got 4. I'll stick with it. I got 1 success.
All right, 1 success. The rhino says, all right, I'm gonna go make some reservations. You all wait here, and he yells inside. Dolores, no, that's a different character. Let's say, Doris.
Boy.
Make sure nobody goes inside while I'm gone. Y'all wait here, and then he walks away. Boom, boom, boom.
As soon as he's gone, Carmen Kitty's in a new outfit. There you are in a cat burglar suit all over again.
Yeah.
That checks out.
I would like to walk into the place very calmly
I'm also
and
gonna walk away.
smoothly.
Sure, you walk in and Doris is there and she is on the phone while typing something while doing her nails. Let's say she's a cartoon octopus, so she's doing like 8 things at once, literally. What would you like to do? She has not spotted you yet.
I'd like to sneak my way in. I'm very small.
Okay. Yeah, you can roll Philip Marlowe for that. You want to roll over your number, you can roll 3 because you were so small.
Yeah. Can I assist by distracting Dolores by going up and introducing myself as the replacement bouncer?
Yes, you can. So that Icy Mac would be also a Philip Marlowe roll. You can roll 1.
That's a common, precise evaluation of the situation. Is it not?
It's like you're trying to convince somebody of something, so that's sort of.
I tried with the
Philip
social
Marlowe
checks yesterday too.
Dang it. All right.
I had to get very aggressive.
Okay.
Sorry, but if this game is about anything, it's about strict enforcement of the rules. Everybody knows that.
And no one will
well-
ever disabuse him of that.
While everybody's looking at Doris, Manfred grown up becomes 3 pups and just sneaks into the hallway, the other room, and then.
Nope.
Be
It's done.
You were sorry. Okay, so you can
and then,
also.
and then reincorporates themselves up into like the trench coat.
All right, you will also benefit from her help roll if you're also trying to sneak just like
Great.
he is.
How
I'm
many-
also trying to sneak.
How many
as well.
am I rolling?
Okay, yeah, you're short enough, so you can also try and sneak. You can roll 1.
1.
Is it Philip Marlowe? You want to roll over your number?
Yep. I got my number.
Wow.
Oh, that means I have 2 questions I forgot.
Okay, you have 2 questions, but that means each of you will roll an extra die. You are all sneaking. You are all small creatures while sneaking past something that is not paying attention and going to be distracted. So
Word
you can
on
all
the
roll
street.
4. What are you doing?
I'm a human with a hat and a briefcase. I walk past like someone who's busy and has things to do.
Okay.
There you go.
You can roll.
Wait, it said 4, right?
Yeah, roll.
Oh, 4.
Trying to decide whether that qualifies as Sherlock Holmes or as Philip Marlowe. Like you're trying to do an impersonation, essentially, of like an employee. Walk by.
I'm trying to impersonate being myself,
Right.
but it is itself a social role, so I can totally see him.
Yeah. Okay. Let's say you can roll 3 as a Philip Marlowe roll
Yeah.
because you're
That-
basically just trying to.
Right,
like,
I'm
kind of just-
expert, but it's the opposite
Not
of
be
the
noticed.
yeah, legit.
Before we get to that, why don't all the sneaky people tell me what you did?
3 successes.
3 successes.
2 successes, 1 word on the street.
Oh.
4 successes, 1 word on the street.
Oh. Okay. So, you are.
I've been
introduced-
practicing my undercover routine.
Yeah. Doris rolls around. How can I help you, sweetheart?
Oh, I'm the rhinoceros replacement.
And she look comes up on. Huh.
I'm quite effective when I need to be, and I give her a wink.
Yeah. Over my pay grade, sweetheart. Just take your post at the door and leave me alone.
Success!
So, we'll say the 3 of you just slip right by the desk. And how did you do?
2 words on the street.
2 words on the street. Okay. So you
I'll
had
be
a
the
word on the
lookout.
street,
I have a word on
you had a word on the street, and you had a word on the
I
street?
have 2 words on
You
the
have
street.
2, and you have 1. So, oh, you have 2.
Yes.
All right, so
So many words.
let's start with Gina first.
Yeah.
What are your questions?
Is Doris hiding something from us?
No.
Okay, so we can cross that off of the witness list. Or suspects. That's the word, suspects. The second one. Pass for now. I need
You get
to
an extra
think.
word.
You can get
Oh, I get a word.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, I'll get a word. I would love a word.
Sure. Your word is valence.
What is it?
Valence.
Valence?
V-A-L-E-N-C-E.
Couldn't it have been one with an R?
Or one with an S.
No,
Damn it.
that would have been
Damn
too
it.
easy for everybody.
Damn it.
That has nothing to do with the secret objective.
This is ridiculous.
No, not Comedy Kitty. Manfred Grown Up, what is your question?
Manfred Grown Up.
My question is, does Marvin Acme Jr. know the magic words?
No, Marvin doesn't know them.
Oh.
Who
Carmody
knows
Kitty.
them?
Who knows the magic words?
Who knows them that is still alive? Sorry.
Well,
Gina.
dead people. Yeah.
Nobody.
It's gotta be
There
written
is no
down
person that knows
somewhere.
them that is alive right now. Well, yeah, there's no person that knows them.
We need to
Do we
rework
still,
our perspective.
just so I know, do we still have the lamp or is it with Bluto?
Oh no, General Bluto has the lamp now. In fact, I probably should have dropped something to that effect in the beginning. Let's just flash back for a second and say when Bluto was showing you Roger Rabbit being dangled over the dip. On the other side of the room, he had the genie surrounded by weasels who were just like shouting words from the dictionary and phrases and whatever they could think of, trying to unlock the thing. And the genie's like sitting there holding his ears closed. It's almost like, trying to...
Code breaking.
It's almost like torture, right? He's like holding his ears and trying to hold out.
In addition to the weasels, can we just have 1,000,000 simians at typewriters?
Yes. Yes. They
There's
are
like a room full of
1,000,000 monkeys at typewriters reading words.
Right. They are writing words for the weasels to read.
And then there's like
trying everything.
a lot of Shakespeare that's being like put out, and they're like, no, that's not what we want.
It was the best of times. It was the blurst of times.
And then I had 2.
And you had 2. Okay, so what are your questions?
Where can we find the words?
The words are at the Maroon Mansion.
Mother!
Where in the...
It might have been in the only room we never
checked.
looked.
June Maroon.
June
bathroom.
Current room.
Current bedroom. Well, no, ask.
Is anybody out of questions? Or you have a question?
I have one more.
Oh, yeah.
Are we nearby MGM Prop Rental?
I don't know if that exists yet.
I don't know if that exists yet, but let's say you are nearby.
Because MGM exists.
Yes.
You are near...
Their props exist.
Whether or not that business exists,
Yes,
I cannot
but-
say for sure, but we will say sure for our fictional universe. Yes, it exists, and yeah.
Dope. This will be used
Oh.
for no shenanigans whatsoever.
Man, I think 15
Okay.
minutes is too
Yeah.
quick. Next season, I think I'm going back to 30 minutes for the character swaps.
Yeah.
This is too good.
So they
Yeah.
reformed into the trench coat and are sniffing around. They sniff Carmody Kitty, and then like kind of wobble away into a closet. So then like each of them are gonna have like a little group huddle, and during that group huddle, they all just like pet each other and go, "Oh, you're such a good dog. You did so good. You're so human. You're so human today. You're so awesome. You're so awesome." And then they reform back into the coat.
I love
And
these
then
dogs.
Carmody Kitty comes up to Manfred Grown Up and says, "Say, kid, you kind of got a face for show business. Have you ever considered it? Well, if you ever need tips, hit me up."
Thanks, Carmody Kitty.
I love the soft-boiled detectives.
Soft-boiled detectives. Let's go. And we're back. This is so good.
This is fun.
You were both great, beating each other.
Yes.
I love this.
Yeah, that's so.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's actually my mom's. She was a Navy veteran.
Wow.
And that was
part of her her outfit. That's part of her uniform. So she let me
Very
have
cool.
that.
Wow.
So,
Thank you, Marquis, as well.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you for being mom. If you're watching.
So yeah, well, did you get your second
I
question?
got all. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you got everything. Everybody got all their questions now? So,
Yep.
yeah, the three of you have snuck past. You successfully also snuck past. You are out front
I am
pretending to guard
the
the door.
lookout.
Being the
To make
lookout.
sure that all of my friends inside are safe.
Nice. And you are walking around inside now. All of you, just roaming around freely.
It's frightening out here, but I'll be brave.
Oh, geez, I'm not very good at being brave. Pops, you
Pop
need
is on
some.
top.
Hey, thank you for the sub.
I would love some reinforcement if you have some
yeah.
to spare.
You get about 20 heralds.
Hi.
Most of them are the very small heralds. Because they do get progressively smaller.
Have they just formed into a sort of throne for me to sit on?
A puppy throne.
A puppy throne?
Absolutely. We interlock our heads into each other like this. Like my jaw goes with somebody else's jaw. We just bite into each other's teeth. And we
And
just
then
lock
I
together to
plop
form
my
a
butt
throne.
right
Oh, like when the
there.
two dogs have a tennis ball and they
Yeah.
both want it?
Yeah.
And no one's going to be the best with it.
I'm a puppy throne.
And it moves. So it's like
Yeah, this is where I stay now. I feel so empowered.
Royal,
Filled with dog
even?
addiction.
Royal and regal and relevant.
Perpetually.
So you are on your puppy throne, and the four of you are just roaming around inside the Moon Cartoon
we're-
office, and
Marvin Acme Jr.
oh, sorry, yeah, the Marvin Acme office, and yeah, it's a business
that's
office.
far.
There are salespeople on phones, and there are you see walk past rooms where people are developing little gags and stuff, and there are just business people wandering everywhere in the hallways, open office doors, people shouting at each other, that kind of stuff. Just typical crazy Hollywood office at the time.
Harmony Kitty is wearing a T-shirt that has their face on it with their contact information.
It's a good
Yes.
idea.
Like the
You should
shot.
have that.
As you walk down the hall, somebody who works there sees your T-shirt, like, "Hey, that's one of those old three little kittens. I wonder what happened to them." And then just keeps walking.
They became amazing and famous.
I didn't hear you. You're outside.
I'm outside. That was just
So many smells.
reflex
So many smells.
defense.
A lot of smells.
How do we get to Marvin Acme Jr.'s office? The heck, his personal office.
Straight there.
Yeah, we'll say you wander around until you find the office, and it is the biggest office, of course, so it's pretty easy to find. And it's got a door. It says Marvin Acme Jr. in giant, flamboyant colored letters. And the door, it's got a glass window, so you can sort of look inside, and you see him sitting at his desk. He's got his feet up. Hey, thank you, PFW Scott.
Thank you.
So yeah, he's on the phone. He's talking with somebody. He's juggling. He's got three colored balls, and he's juggling the balls. And when
Harmony Kitty goes for the balls. Oh no.
okay, roll to go for the ball.
Man for grown up would also like to go chew the phone line.
Chew the phone line. Okay. Yeah.
That is
I like
absolutely a thing that an adult human would do.
just creeps up in the corner.
Hi.
Pup is on top right now, so
Alright.
he's ruling.
Manford, that's going to be
Like-
2 rolls. A
Okay.
stealth roll to get over there without being seen,
Okay.
and the chewing roll to see if you can actually chew through the
Okay.
cable. Does anybody want to try and help him?
Yeah, I would help, but if I'm gonna jump up on Marvin, I'm gonna distract Acme.
Distract me.
I'm
And
gonna distract me.
yeah, and Carmody's going for the colored
You're
balls
going
that
for
are
the
in
balls.
the air. Carmody's
right.
going for the balls.
Carmody,
That's
you
what
roll.
Carmody does.
You roll a Philip Marlowe roll. You can roll 3 because your unhinged muscle. This is right up your alley. You roll a Philip Marlowe roll. You can roll 1. Carmody Kitty.
We're going for the
Well,
balls.
you're a Sherlock Holmes character. You're a shy, cowardly rab rat. Going for the balls is not your specialty.
Carmody Kitty.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Carmody, right?
I'm
You're
the
the.
Yeah.
Sorry.
cowardly lab rat. That's why I have
Sorry,
a
I
throne
gotta-
of protective
They're out of
Carmody,
order
you
on the
changed.
paper. So I'm mentioning. Yeah, sorry. You are the neurotic recon expert, so you are a Philip Marlowe character. So let's say
Premium
you can
plus
roll
the
2 for
hypnotic.
this.
Okay. How many am I rolling?
You, depending on what he gets.
Success.
Oh, you got a success. You are your stealth roll. You can roll. Manfred, grown up. You are a recon expert. You can roll 4 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 successes.
Oh, yes. 3 successes and 2 words on the street.
Okay, so Carmody Kitty, you jump up on the desk and what happens?
I get up there and I'm like, listen up, Mr. Marvin. Don't make me make a mess of your mug.
And then you
Calm
just
down.
come sailing across the desk and just knock right into his balls. The ones he was juggling. Come on.
That
Where
doesn't
your
rhyme
money?
with nose.
The juggling balls, we established very clearly there were juggling balls in the scene. People, come on, get your mind out of the gutter. I don't know why you...
And then when that happens, Manfred grown up. So they've reassembled, so Puff is on top, and from the bottom, Puff says, "Okay, Puff, now because you're on top, you can't mess this up." And Puff goes, "Okay." Oh my gosh, that looks like a real tasty telephone wire there, and he just like scrambles up to it and nya 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 nya.
Okay, so that was a Philip Marlowe roll.
on.
Manfred, you want to roll over your number. You're chewing on something. You can roll 3.
Yay! And I get 2 words on the street.
Oh, okay. So what are your questions?
What is the best piece of information, topic-wise, that we can get out of Mr. Acme right now?
Thank you. Yeah.
Marvin Acme Jr. probably, I mean, he doesn't know that he really knows anything valuable for you, but he might have a really strong, he might have a piece of information that really strongly indicates how you're going to find the magic words.
Second, the next question that I'd like to use is the answer to the magic words in June Maroon's current room?
No.
No.
But it's
still at the mansion.
It's at the mansion.
Okay.
Reopen this cold case.
Maybe it's in the odd. Okay, but I'm biting now.
Oh my god, Murder Vampires, thank you!
Oh my gosh!
What is going on here?
Dawn, what are you doing though?
Likes and love.
His eyebrows are up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
The
right.
eyebrows are up.
I didn't know someone's eyebrows could
I
get
feel
that
like
high on their
Dom
forehead.
Cam should be its own tier.
Yeah.
Watch is evil.
Can we,
This
yeah,
is
we need to open with
expression
Dom Cam.
right now.
Yeah, we actually do.
Can we make Dom Cam happen in the future?
I think that.
Yeah,
is
we're gonna
like
make
a-
Dom Cam happen. Don't listen to him.
It's gonna be great.
Carmody Kitty has well, now that they have that ball.
You have the balls, yeah.
So they're gonna do that super cute cat thing where they're like rolling around with the ball and just like kind of showing their tummy and like rolling the ball with
And
the
the
big arms.
contact information.
Yeah, with the contact information. And is going to charm and seduce Marvin Acme Jr.
What do you think of that? Cute cat, right on, Marv?
Okay, that's Philip Marlowe. You can roll 3. And
They've rehearsed this.
What did you get for the chewing
all their
thing?
lives.
Chewing thing. Okay, I can still roll 4, right?
yeah.
Okay, I got all snake eyes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that you can't even like re-roll for that. That's so.
Yeah, no, you are chewing on it and just nothing happens. It's like yeah, that was 4 ones.
In fact, probably got
You
electrocuted.
didn't roll one.
I know, I didn't roll that.
Yeah.
Of course I didn't roll that.
What we'll say is yes, you shock yourself
That'd be
and
good.
go out cold.
Oh my god, so Puff goes out cold?
Puff goes out cold.
Oh no.
Anybody feel like Manfred got shorter?
Oh no.
I'm still outside.
and Puff.
I don't see this.
Yeah, you are still outside, sorry.
Yeah.
Although, if you want to sneak back up to the room, I will say you are short enough to slip past the desk without being noticed. But
I mean,
you could also stand guard.
I've been employed. I'm an employee here. This is not it would not be suspicious for me to walk around it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm the replacement. But,
Yeah, no,
but,
you're
but
an employee. You can definitely roam around if you'd like.
are we in any current danger? Like, is there a
Do you have
reason
a question?
for me?
You don't have a question.
No. But like, I'm the lookout right now. So like, can I maybe do like a perspective check or like a perception check or
Perceive
something?
any peril.
Yeah,
'Cause I'm
absolutely.
literally the lookout.
Yeah, absolutely. You could do a perspective check. A perceptive check. Perception
Yeah.
check. Oh my god.
No, we have.
You need
No,
to
it's
get
cartoons, so it's a perspective
I
check. Are you
It's
in 1, 2, or
perspective.
3-point perspective?
I
Right,
would
well, maybe
like
it's a
to.
philosophy thing to see if you know how your views
Yeah,
fit into like a
exactly.
metaphysical.
Yeah.
You know,
I
role.
would like to review my perspective surroundings.
Sure, that
Right,
is a
be
Sherlock
myself.
Holmes roll. You want to roll under your number. You're a lab rat, so you're Sherlock Holmes character, but you're let's say you can roll 2. You're not really a guard, so.
But I do have a magnifying glass, so I
That
can
is
see
true.
very far away.
Yeah, it doesn't really
Yeah.
help.
That was amazing.
It
Yeah.
does. It's
Amazingly
in
bad.
my mind.
In Toon World, maybe.
Yeah.
Actually, your eyeball just
Yeah, the
shoots
eyeball
through
just goes
right. Yeah,
floop.
right.
That's how magnifying glasses work as a tune. Your eye becomes the glass, and then it goes
then-
boing.
All right.
Yeah,
come
no,
on.
I remember. from my childhood.
What am I doing? Under? Two successes.
You are
That
trying
is
to
double.
roll, Sherlock Holmes, you want to roll under your number 2 successes. You are very confident that right now
We're safe?
you are safe. What I'll say is you do look around and you find near the door, planted right next to the door handle, one of those bugs that you had found at the Maroon Mansion last week when you were played by Heather. Yes, you find another one of those bugs, further confirming that General Bluto was in fact listening to everyone in Hollywood and might still be.
Okay.
Well, you'll see that we're definitely trying.
I haven't yet declared anything, so clearly I need to help my associate who's been grievously injured and do a thorough medical inspection.
Oh my gosh. So here's what's happened. This is what you're walking up
Yeah.
to. So
Lay
Huff,
down.
Elle, and Puff are, so Puff is out, Elle and Huff are standing over Puff and going, oh my gosh, Dad's gonna kill us. And Elle says, maybe we should just go home. Like, maybe we really aren't detectives. And Huff says, no way. Like, we have to fix this. Like, oh my gosh, it's still his turn. We all said we were gonna take turns being the head. And then he just, and then like big wide eyes, like deer in the headlights, and they all like scramble and like Huff tries to like prop up Puff so that he's like, it's their tunes.
It's a weekend at Bernie's?
Yeah, it's a weekend at Bernie's.
Marvin Acme
And so it's just like a straight.
Yeah.
What is going on?
I got 3 successes to charm and seduce Marvin Acme Jr.
Okay, Marvin Acme Jr. Is. Oh, Kitty. Are you with these people? How did you get in here? Who are you? What do you want? What is wrong with that human? Human dog thing?
Yes,
And
this
then
is
from
a
the stomach.
human, I say, making very close eyes with not the top one whose eyes are closed, but like there's the button where you can only see the 2 yellow eyes poking out, and so I'm looking right into that. This is definitely a human.
What do you want? He hangs up the phone.
Yeah, Kermity Kitty, kind of cuddles up to him because he's thoroughly seduced by now. We're gonna need a little bit of information from you. A little tit for tat, if one will. Quid pro quo.
What's with innuendo cat over here?
What's in it for me?
You'll get to rub my tummy exactly 2 times.
Huh. What do you want to know?
We're investigating the death of June Maroon and the circumstances around it.
Ah, tragedy.
Well, it appears that there were malevolent forces at work beyond just what we've seen. In fact,
Are you in here with the bug
I
yet?
have re-arrived.
it appears that you have been privy to the same invasion of privacy that others in this industry have been subject to. We're investigating exactly how we could most expeditiously resolve this matter.
What language are you speaking?
English. It's like American, but better.
Europeans.
Yeah, you were bugged, dude. You were bugged, and we're here to help you out. But you got to help us out by giving us information.
He takes the bug and looks at it.
Who knows what sort of corporate information such a spy could have gotten? What a gross invasion of privacy.
What do you want to know?
Tell us everything you know about the Maroons and
Any private orders that may have been delivered to their house.
Any
you
new
do
people
a
might
lot
have
of business
sniffed
with
out.
them.
Sure. Well, RK Maroon's been a client of my family business for, God, who knows, going way back to my dad's era. Yeah, the family, they love all the classic gags, itching powder, x-ray specs, the hand buzzer, and he holds it up. He's actually wearing one right now.
I love that one.
Classic.
And he reaches out to shake your hand, and then he pulls it back when he sees that you aren't shaking it.
They haven't figured out shaking now that the head is gone.
Right, the other two, they're just like these little in the coat because both the dogs are like shake.
Yeah, shake.
But the one that's awake doesn't do it.
Yep.
So it's like, yeah, they loved it. They loved everything. I mean, the hand buzzers. They loved rubber noses. They loved the trick pennies and Invisible Ink. Oh my God, my dad was a huge Invisible Ink fan, and he turned Arcade Maroon on to Invisible Ink, and him and his daughter used to draw paintings in Invisible Ink and pictures in Invisible Ink. The family was crazy. They just they thought it was the funniest thing to draw things in Invisible Ink.
Do you have anything that shows the Invisible Ink, like perhaps in like a spray can or something like that, where we can?
Well, you gotta pee on it.
What?
I knew it!
Ammonia is basic! Lemons are acidic!
Marvin Acme Jr. is not very smart. He's not a science guy.
Why is she such a basic?
Lemons.
Lemons? I can probably get you some. And he picks up the phone and he's like, "We need some lemons in here!" And he hangs up, and then suddenly a bunch of, let's say, tuned lemons march in, and they're like, "Yes?"
Right, we're going
Reporting for duty?
Lemon duty, yes.
Perfect. You're
What do you
gonna
need?
come with us.
Our main squeeze.
Some of them seem a bit sour to me.
We do craft services. What do you need?
So Marvin Acme Jr., do you just have like, because we think that there's Visible Ink has been used in like a lot of places. So we need to just be able to spray something all around to be able to take a look at it. So we just
We're
need
gonna
some.
need you to peel yourself.
I don't know anything like
for
that.
a juicy lead.
Maybe, I don't know. If something like that exists, I've never heard of it. You probably have to develop it on your own.
Well, then how do you show Invisible Ink?
You do it with brushing lemon juice on it and then burning some fire underneath it.
So we're gonna need your lemon squad then, and they're gonna have to make some sacrifices.
Okay, yeah, he's, look, boys, just go with them and...
They've clearly been juicing.
Whatever they... Wow.
Why? How do you know that? Because they're so full of zest.
So he
Well, you have to watch those fruits. Some of them are nuts.
He turns over the
Y'all
lemon
are starting
patrol
to
to you.
grind my ears.
Oh, he's moving again.
Oh.
He's adjusting, getting comfy. Now he's watching us.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're a good doggo.
Okay, so yeah, he absolutely assigns the lemon patrol to go with you. They are craft services, so they kind of have no choice. He's the boss, and you head back, I assume, to the Maroon Mansion.
Yes, I help.
Are you done? Is there anything else you want to know? Ask Marvin Acme Jr.
I don't think there's anything else that we. Is there?
I could probably use like a. You got any new squirt guns, kiddo?
Squirt guns? Do we have squirt guns? Oh my God, do we have squirt guns?
It would be lovely to see some of the new products that you're working on. Perhaps.
Yeah. If there's anything
check
you
out
can
some
give us.
samples.
Yeah, he absolutely reaches into a drawer and he pulls out a Tommy gun. You know, that gangster style. Like,
About to go up against Pluto. Let's get weapons, guys. Come on.
Nice.
And he pulls the trigger and it just fires water all around the room.
Whoa.
Like, it's the Tommy squirt gun. It's a prototype. Be careful, kid. And he tosses it to you.
Oh, yes.
Now he just has to get his hands on some dip.
I just need hands.
Oh. His laces on some dip.
I help Manfred grown up to his very human feet, and I put my hand under his hat to start to rub Puff behind the ears to try to wake him up. Because
Okay.
I know this girl.
Roll a Philip Marlowe roll. You want to roll over a number, you can roll 2.
I'm very expert in puppets. I have about 300 of my own.
That is an excellent point. You can roll for it.
Which I'm still sitting on.
Bugger all.
You re-rolled for me.
Bugger all.
You re-rolled again for me.
Oh, hey,
Son of a...
maybe change your dice. Or not.
There we are.
That's a
This
success.
is friendship.
Nice.
You start to come to with a nice scratching feeling on your bumper head.
Oh, Mr. Smooth. Thank you.
Mix.
Suddenly you have an accent?
Oh yeah, mix,
I'm not a
mix. Yeah. Smooth. Thanks.
Hello, my very human compatriot, Manfred
They're
grown
still
up.
waking up. Oh geez, that was really nice of you.
Well,
They're gonna.
You're a pile of dogs.
And lick your.
as you do that, I'm going to lift up because, you know, even with the standy-uppy ear dogs like wolves, when they're puppies, it still hasn't got enough cartilage. So I lift up one ear flap and I say, there is maybe something you could do to help me out, and I'm going to start whispering into Manfred Grenough's ear.
Text me, friend.
Oh, friend.
Buddy.
Oh, buddy. Yes.
Secrets don't make friends.
Wow, okay.
Keep them.
Okay, this is happening.
Only sometimes.
So what's your next move? You're headed back to the mansion?
Kermit and Kitty leaves their business card with Marvin Acme Jr.
Marvin Acme takes it and he says, you'll hear from us. Don't call us, we'll call you.
I'm going
That.
to take this thing for a test ride.
Yeah, but just, actually I'm doing your voice now. Yeah, just don't damage it or anything. It's a prototype.
Yeah, no problem.
All right,
Something tells me
So-
you might regret this in the future.
to the mansion.
We'll say you hop on the red car and head off to the mansion just in time to see that rhino coming back with a bouquet of flowers to find nobody waiting. And you head back to
Kitty's
the
like, I'll call you Tuesday.
Oh.
you head back to the maroon mansion.
What? Should we leave a note for the rhinoceros? We
Nah,
are-
they know who I am.
They definitely think you're one of the other cats.
Oh.
Are we setting up one of your other siblings?
Pranks.
I think we should go to MGM Props first.
Before we go back to
Yeah, just like a real quick
mansion.
drive-by.
We're going to need equipment before we take on Bluto.
Oh, this is a smart plan.
So much equipment. I passed out. I mean, yes, I passed out. Y'all saw that. I passed out, and
I would like to get my hands on some tools.
I'm scared of getting passed
My
out again.
fins, flippers.
Your flippers?
I would like to get my flippers onto tools.
Wings, I
I
guess?
was trying to help.
Yeah, so I guess we supply up and then head
Are
to the
you
mansion.
headed to the okay, so you take the red car over to MGM Props where the prop master Gus is waiting for you. Can I help you? I'm Gus the prop master. I don't know why I talk like an old southern man.
I would like to distract Gus.
Uh,
By just distract Gus in case anyone wants to sneak by Gus.
oh, anybody?
Gus,
Just
anyone.
some random person? Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
How do you want to distract
I'm
Gus?
pee on Gus.
Oh, heavens.
Yeah, okay,
Somebody
roll
way
a Philip
over my
Marlowe
head.
roll to pee on Gus.
Right, like if you need to
You
take a
can roll
2-minute
3
break or
because
something.
there are 3 of
Like,
you and
it's
your Gus.
okay.
We're the classiest show on Twitch, folks.
Soft-boiled detectives peeing on stuff.
Soft-boiled detectives peeing on stuff.
Okay, I got 2 successes and a failure.
Yeah, you just pee all over Gus's shoes, and he
Poor
just, my shoes! I gotta go wash my shoes. And he walks off to go find a slop sink or something.
All right, okay.
That was really weird for a human to do.
You
I
sneak
just
past.
really had to go, but I didn't want to
just
bring
peed out of your
detriment.
And what are you,
They just have really good
It
aim.
was just L. She was the lowest one. She just peed. No one else.
Peed out of
So I
your
do that.
ankle.
Okay, why don't
go.
you roll, a Sherlock Holmes roll? You want to roll under, hang on. You want to roll under your number. Your number is 5. Your Sherlock Holmes character, you can roll, your researcher, you can roll 3.
All right.
Yeah.
Lovely. One word on the street, and that's 3 successes overall.
So you find what you're looking for.
Excellent.
In the good way, not that like old ironic curse thing. Yeah. Yeah, okay, you've got it, and
What
What are
other
your questions?
supplies could I get here that would be useful in our ultimate confrontation with Bluto?
what other supplies? Well, I should remind you, you still have Marvin Acme's secret stash from the first
Yeah.
game.
Yes.
I will say that Bluto returned that stuff to you. He's not scared of you having weapons because he has Roger Rabbit and he knows you're not going to try anything. So you have the hammer and the hole, the portable hole, the earthquake pills you used. So you have
I
that.
used one of them.
You had 4
I
left.
have a
Oh,
can
you
of
had, okay, so there's still some
spinach
earthquake pills and the bat suit. Okay.
and a can of spinach.
And you have the can of spinach, yeah. Here, I will say, what can you find that can help in your ultimate confrontation with Bluto?
Scrooge McDuck, Optimus Prime, bro.
Okay, you find clown noses and juggling pins and lots of Acme gags that are in storage for MGM. Lots of funny things, and that might be useful.
Fascinating. All right.
You know that Bluto has an army of weasel commandos, and working for Roger Rabbit, you know how to get to the weasels.
This is quite true. It's certainly not my expertise as a British person. I never laugh or show any sense of pleasure or happiness whatsoever. But
That
I'm
is
sure
true about
we
British people.
can.
Look it up. It's on Wikipedia.
It's a fact.
Better know how
I
to
don't
laugh.
make the rules.
When they do, they're
Carmody
just
Kitty
mimicking Americans.
grabs those goofy glasses where it's like glass with like a big nose.
Oh, like Groucho Marx grabs? Yeah, sure.
Marx?
So
Yep.
grabs that and grabs a Popeye skin suit.
Sure, you got like sailor suit.
Whoa.
Where it's like when you put it on, you look like Popeye.
You mean a costume?
Sure, we'll give you that.
That's like the whole.
Okay, so
well,
that's-
it's like
that's okay.
like when it's like.
Oh no
when the sheepdog
olive
wears the
oil.
wolf.
I changed
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I changed it.
Sheepdog just got
Olive
a big
oil,
zipper in
an
the front.
olive oil
Definitely
Yeah.
that
outfit.
An olive oil outfit. Okay.
Olive oil outfit.
There it is.
There we go.
Yep, you got that.
Groucho Marx glasses, olive oil outfit.
All right, everybody good?
Yeah.
Perfection.
I would like to grab a lot of bags of fake money.
Fake money. Okay. You've got fake money.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
I
Yeah,
like
I think I want to
shiny
grab
things.
something as well. Can I? Oh, like, is there anything like a fake life raft, like a blow up or life raft, or something that someone could fall onto?
Sure.
That'll be safe.
Sure, gag life raft.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
They use it when they
I
film
see
cartoons.
You. I see you, buddy.
That's
I'll
smart.
just take a pair of googly eyes.
You got the googly eyes.
You can
And
now Google with your eyes.
Glasses.
Why did they never call those glasses googly eyes?
hashtag shampuns. Google should be all over that.
Google glasses.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that would be 100 times better.
Right? Googly eyes.
Googly eyes.
I would have bought them in
Yeah,
like a
they
tool
should have
if
called
they'd
them.
been called googly eyes.
Sushi guy was a Google guy.
All
I
right.
should have told him.
All right, so you have your stuff and you head to the mansion, and you are now back at the mansion. What would you like to do?
Carmody Kitty starts squeezing lemon everywhere.
I want to
Like,
jump on one of those lemons.
No. Well, he
Right,
said,
the
okay,
lemons.
all right. So let's reevaluate all of the things that we have learned.
Carmody
Turn
Kitty.
Stop
While
squeezing
you-
the lemon,
while you-
squad.
It's like
The lemon's just like, what?
Freeze!
No, we need
Right
them
next
fresh
up.
squeeze.
Right next to where it
We need
says
to go
when,
get every piece
smash a
of.
lemon.
Right,
Exactly.
wait, okay.
I'm
Yeah.
going to go and we need to go and collect every piece of paper, artwork, sketchbook, ledger, everything in this home, pile it on the floor, and then we
burn it.
squeeze together and set it on fire.
Also,
Together.
shouldn't we go check Jim Maroon's room?
They said there's nothing important in there, but
But we don't know that.
But
I don't know.
We don't know. I feel like we should go check.
Well, okay,
we definitely
Max.
should.
You are squeezing the lemons. You want to squeeze lemon
Everywhere.
juice on the floor.
Yeah, where it said when. right
Who's
next to the
helping
when.
who? Who's?
I'm squeezing it in the safe that we had before.
Oh, good idea.
Oh, so you're two separate roles.
Two separate ones.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we will say that the lemons pony up to help you all by sweating a lot, and
I'm just jumping on one.
you're just
smashing
jumping
it
on
around.
And I'm using little toe beans and like
I'm like
walking
regular
All
around.
right, both of you make
Dad.
Philip Marlowe
It's a two.
rolls. We will say you can each roll 2. You want to roll over your number. Carmody, your number is a 2. Righty, your number is also 2.
Does our roll count as something separate for collecting the papers for them to also squeeze lemon juice on?
Yeah, you
Such as
can.
sketchbooks and paintings and the like?
Yeah, are you both doing that or just you?
I do want to, for instance, get all of those individual photographs from the office that we first went into that were
Ooh.
very painstakingly described to us by our narrator.
Yeah, you definitely
Yeah.
get those photos
Painstaking
and you
knock
get
out the
those
walls.
papers.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
there's any sort of
Not good.
Except the
in
one with
memorabilia
comic.
with Mickey on it.
With
I
the-
do not
telling me
reveal that one to
To
comedy.
fetch?
Right.
I
the one
am
with the
telling you to
other
retrieve.
baby kitten and elder kitten.
Retrieve,
Oldest kitten.
fetch.
Okay. So you got those papers and you succeeded and you
Yeah.
succeeded.
Twice.
and-
Two successes,
Two
yeah.
successes.
And you got those pictures from the room. And what I'll say is you do. Hang on. You do not find anything in the safe when you squeeze the lemon juice on stuff. It just
In the bathroom.
in the bathroom. You find more stuff, but it's just like the ledger. It's just sort of typical business documents. It looks like Arcade Maroon just loved to keep his business documents in invisible ink because he's kind of a jerk. And he thought it was highly secure, even though even a child can figure out how to make it come back. But you do not find anything. You all bring your stash back to the
I
room.
fetch.
you fetch, you got the photos. You pour the lemon juice all over the floor, and there is the when, and then there is the slash. And as you pour the lemon juice, first nothing is revealed, but as you spread it a little bit further around, you see like a drop, and then another drop of something, and another drop of something, and you start following the drops, and you spread it out, and you see just to the side where the when was written in blood, there's actually a longer message. And it says, when you
wish upon a star.
And you look down at those pictures and see her with all that Disney stuff and hear her sing that. And it occurs to you, yeah, she's a big Disney freak who liked to write in invisible ink. And you look at the layout on the floor and you sort of determine to yourself, right, she started to write it in blood, but then realized she didn't know who would see the message, so she stopped and got up and wrote it in invisible ink before she collapsed and died right next to the first message.
Wow.
So,
When you wish upon a star.
Well,
Did she have any, like, dolls from Pinocchio?
No.
Yeah, but those are the magic words that we need to unlock
Right.
the genies.
Yeah, I will say you've probably got about what you need from this stop.
Yeah.
all right, then it's time for us to go back to Bluto and
And really,
fuck him
the
up.
mittens are off.
You know, wishing on stars doesn't really work. I've tried a lot, and I feel like I'd be a real detective. I mean,
Well,
never mind. Let's go back to Bluto.
You
oh,
were a real
so
detective.
yeah, when did you get your wish? I didn't. That's amazing.
I mean, you are a real detective. You're one of us. You have identification and everything.
Oh.
Aw. And then just tail wagging, but you can't see it.
At the back of the coat,
Yeah.
there are 3 different bumps that are just going bump, 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 bump.
Yeah. And then let's go.
Do you want to check the basement and load up your Tommy gun full of dip?
Oh, well, yeah, well, I'm going to pour the dip from the squirt gun into the Tommy gun for sure. Yeah. And then probably the dip from my flask into that too.
Okay.
And then probably the dip from those water balloons full of dip that I keep carrying around, and those will go in there. And then the dip that I also put in a solo cup that I cover in saran wrap very precariously, that'll go in there.
But do you want to put a dip in it? No. Yeah, so you do all that. You now have a Tommy gun full of dip.
Could you repeat that?
The dip from the squirt gun, the dip from the flask, and the dip from the water balloons, and the dip from the solo cup.
Yep.
Okay.
Saran wrap.
Let's
The
go.
saran wrap.
Very
Let's
precarious.
go.
Very precarious.
All right, so here's the deal. You have figured out from the length of time that it took you to be returned to your office that the military base that you were being held on must be somewhere in the general city vicinity, and there is only one. It is called Camp Toontown, and it is a military base located just on the edge of Toontown. Oh yeah, no, that's let's call it Fort Toontown.
That's better.
And Fort Toontown is right on the
Thinking
edge.
of real hard.
Yeah, right on the edge of Toontown. That is where you guess Bluto is probably got his forces.
All right.
Okay.
I say we sneak into the back and break a window or whatnot, and get in there when they're not expecting us, because the 24 hours isn't up yet. We don't want to tip our hand.
Maybe we should wait for reinforcements?
We are the reinforcements. It's time for us to go in there and mess crap up.
We're the only ones who can save Roger.
Well, maybe we can make a few calls.
I mean, I got Scrooge McDuck's number. He owes me money.
And I know Optimus Prime. Don't ask. But he's a great
you don't know
great
no,
petter.
no. You don't know any of these people.
Okay.
Yet. Okay.
Definitely know them all.
No.
I say what we do is we go in through the back, catch him by surprise, or he doesn't even know that we're there. We unlock the genie and we get our wishes. The first one to be Bluto stops being such a stink bug.
How about we, our wish is we put Bluto in jail.
Yeah.
Either way, get him out of
My
the
wish
way.
is to just do whatever I want
He's
to.
sleep growling.
For about 3 minutes.
More of a snore. Sleep snoring.
But we free Roger and we ride off into the sunset and we get headlines, all of us headlines, because I'm the middle kitten, but I'm a kitten too.
As real detectives.
5 steaks. I guess 5
steaks. 5 steaks. And the third wish, if we still have it, 5 steaks.
Steak dinner, everybody.
Steak out. Steak
Reward,
out.
reward.
Like, we'll each get at least 3 wishes, so hey.
I have a razor sharp wit and I'm ready to help.
All right.
Let's go.
Let's go. And then Huffel and Puff are gonna use their personal item, which is their like their real detective badges, and they're just gonna.
They're true detective badges.
They're true detective. I said it, and I was like, not the tone I'm going for.
Time is a flat circle.
Yeah. No. And yeah, they just fasten it on. They're like ready because they're real detectives now from the support of their friends.
Sure. So what is your plan here? I will say that you just make your way to Toontown and you are on the edge of Fort
Wonderful.
Toontown. And what is your plan? This is a military base.
Yes, we're going to go around to minimally guarded areas and use the portable hole to go through all of the walls.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So why don't somebody make a roll, or you know, if someone wants to help, 2 people make rolls to see if you can find an unguarded area.
Well, I think
That
the
sounds
recon experts, the recon
I can
experts would be
definitely
able
find
to.
I could sit from above, study their patterns of rotation, and then find a perfect window for us to sneak through, and then also find an actual window to sneak through.
Okay. So that sounds
Use
like
the
a
bat
help
suit to
roll.
get up above.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
All right. So why don't you roll to help,
Right.
Icy Mac? That's Sherlock Holmes roll. Roll 5. Sorry, your number is 5.
Yes.
You can roll.
This is
Yeah, this is
what
right
I
up your right.
do.
You can roll 3.
Go Maxter.
What is it? 3. Oh, 3. 3 successes.
3 successes. Yeah. So you
We
you
got a lot
absolutely
of
get that
all
fourth.
the same number when we roll.
You're the recon expert. You're doing
Yeah,
this. Okay.
I'm
So
doing
you get a 4th die.
Yeah.
Your number is 3, Manford.
Or do you want to go since you?
No, go for it.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah. 4
That is
successes.
4 successes.
That is the opposite of your other roll.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So yeah, you absolutely find a part of, we'll say the wall, the big brick wall that surrounds this place, where, thanks to Icy Mac's calculations and your sharp recon senses, you can tell that the closest guards are pretty far. There doesn't seem to be in the lines of any towers, anything like that. And look at the guards, like when the watchtowers, you think you found the spot.
I'm totally unfamiliar with this anachronistic musical theme in the background that I'm sure our audience would not recognize as the Mission Impossible theme.
That's right.
Dun, 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 dun. Carnaby's kitties in all black with goggles. Big cat goggles, in all black.
Yep, you're totally
Yeah.
spied out. You're in cat burglar mode. So yeah, let's say you're able to, the holes are pretty small, but let's say you're able to all stretch it out enough so that you can crawl through onto the other side. And you are now on the other side of the fence, and you see some trucks and you see some guards. You are kind of shielded by some shipping containers. You are out of their sight. There are some buildings. Where would you like to go? What would you like to do?
We gotta get Roger. Gotta get Roger. We gotta take care of Pluto. Kind of got a plan.
Isn't Roger just in jail?
Roger
No,
Rabbit
no.
is hanging from
Roger's
his
hanging
feet
from a
above a dip, so we need to find a way to retrieve him safely from his roped danger.
And ideally restore democracy in your country because your military is just taking people accused of crimes for no reason.
While
That's
you're
awful.
discussing it, a couple of guards come walking by. They are weasel guards.
Attack them!
I mean, if you want. Yeah, they're just
Yes, you
walking.
do.
They're talking to each other. This being a weasel guard thing is not so bad. Yeah, the dental's great.
Bang their heads together. So
Okay.
then there's like Tweety birds.
That is a Philip Marlowe roll.
Then I
You-
bang the Tweety Bird's head together. No witnesses.
Max Isaacson, you
Max
are a
Isaacson.
cartoon.
So that who's doing
Yeah.
this and who's helping?
I'll help.
You wanna help?
Okay.
All right, so
Back up,
roll.
where you
This is
going?
what you do. You roll 3, Philip Marlowe.
Give it the boot.
You want to roll over your number, which is
Give
2.
it the boot.
Do some re-rolls if you.
No, yeah, we're good. You got it.
All right, you can roll. You, Carmody Kitty, are a recon expert. Now you have help. You can roll 4. It's Philip Marlowe roll. And it's an attack, but yeah. Okay, roll 4. It's close enough.
All of and one word on the street.
2 words on the street. The other one's the 3 that you.
No, this is a 2.
Oh, sorry.
I'm a 2.
Yes.
So I've got 1 word on the street and 4 successes.
You come slamming down on top of them and just crack their heads together like coconuts, and they're just they're like seeing stars, and they're so zonked they'll tell you anything.
Righty comes in like,
with 2 answers to your questions.
Okay. Wait, do we know which building?
That's what we do.
Do we
Yeah,
know?
we don't.
Which building is Roger in?
He's in the
And how do we get in it?
He's in the hangar, and they point over there, and they're like, how do you get in? Yeah, you need security clearance or something. I don't know, or you gotta go through the walls or fight your way in. I don't know.
Can I
I
sniff
have
for
a Swiss
security
Army
clearance on their
knife.
body, like if it's an ID or something
That
like
might
that?
get us in the door.
You totally can.
Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes roll.
Yeah.
Roll.
I'm sniffing.
While she's
Yeah, you're sniffing. You can roll 3 if you
my
want to
revenge.
roll under your number.
while she's doing that with the one, I frisk the other one.
Sure.
Like
Frisky
frisky
kitty.
kitty. Frisky kitty.
You got successes?
Yeah, and 1 word on the street.
1 word on the street. Okay, so she finds security passes. We'll just say that's enough. And you got a question?
Yes, I do. My question is, what is the most advantageous way for us to get into that building, to the hangar?
The most advantageous way. Ooh, that's a tough question. I mean, I would say certainly finding a stealthy way to get in will probably give you more to do. You do have the security passes. You can try going through the front door, but you will be in plain view of everybody. They will all know you are there. So I guess it depends on what you're, exactly what you're trying to accomplish. Trying to save Roger. He's hanging up over a dip tank in field view of
It's a
everybody.
hangar, right? Why don't we
Yeah,
go through the ceiling?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Let's do air ducts.
Yeah.
We have the bat
And then we
suit.
can just sort of
We have
fish
the bat
out.
suit for you, and the rest of us are too.
I was gonna
Gatling
suggest we
gun-
pretend
grappling
it's
gun.
someone's birthday.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, we're gonna.
We're going through
fish
the
the
we're
rope.
going through the ceiling.
Yeah.
I
We're
just
going
lean
air
over
ducts.
to the weasel guards and whisper, I shouldn't have hit my head, because they're dizzy, and then they'll repeat it, and that's their story now.
Okay. My head. I shouldn't have hit my head. And the other dude's like, yeah, I shouldn't have hit your head either. And
we take their guns.
sure, you can take their guns. The weasels have real guns, just like in the movies.
Yeah, so we
So
take-
you
Just
have.
like in the movies.
Yeah, in the
guns.
movies, the weasels use real guns. So you have.
Strap it on the back.
Yeah, you have a
Real
real
gun,
gun. You
real
have a real
gun.
gun. We'll call them. Let's call them sidearms.
Sidearms. Okay.
Okay.
So, like, if you shoot people with this, they're actually dead?
If you shoot humans
Not
with them, they're
too.
actually
Yeah,
dead.
just
This is puff acid.
No,
Yeah, not tunes. You can shoot tunes with that, like Bluto. You can shoot Bluto or Roger. You can shoot Roger.
Okay.
yeah.
But of
These
course,
weasels
Does
are
anyone
not
else
me.
want to
I was
hold
about to say,
mine?
but of course, some hands don't always feel comfortable with guns. It's a size thing. So if it would help, I will take it off of you.
I'm gonna rely on my
Okay.
snoot.
Which isn't optimal as a human, but I think you'll make it work nonetheless. Right, Manfred, grown up?
Right.
Excellent. Very
That's a
good.
pile of humans.
So we go for the air ducts at the top of the hangar.
Yeah.
Sure.
Stealthily.
I bat suit up to the top.
You're gonna bat suit up to the top.
Yes.
Let's try and see how stealthily everyone is. Everybody make a Sherlock Holmes roll.
Yeah.
You can roll
Sherlock
2
Holmes.
die. You want to roll under your number.
I'm a recon
Yeah,
expert.
got rerolls on those.
Very, very
Yeah,
stealthy.
recons can roll 3.
Can I use my Swiss Army knife since it has a grappling hook?
Absolutely.
That's true.
Oh,
Might have to do some
we do.
rerolls.
3 successes,
sorry.
1 word.
No, give me a reroll by all means.
Oh, that's right. This has to be
Reroll.
low.
Yeah, so
God.
lower than 2.
Low.
You got one word on the street?
I got one word on the street, so that's
a success.
Alright, how do you do?
3 successes, 1
You
word
got
on
a
the street.
success.
Two successes.
2 successes.
3 successes, 1 word on the street.
Fail.
You failed.
Do you want to
No
do some
rerolls?
rerolls?
No, I'm.
Use some
Yeah, use
rerolls.
their
Use
reroll.
rerolls. You have a lot,
I've got
right?
one of my
No,
own.
he's
Oh,
got.
you
He's
got
got.
one.
He's got.
My aim
try.
is terrible.
Yeah.
These are terrible dice. You, there.
Thank you,
Meaning of Night, thank you.
Thank you for that money, because I just got a reroll, and it was a 1, and I nailed it. It was all because of you, clearly.
Thank you, Meaning of Night.
We're all
Thank you,
stealthy.
everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
And I got a question.
So, yeah, you all make it up the side very stealthily. It's like totally a cartoon thing. There are weasel guards everywhere, and they always like sort of just turn their head and save time to like miss you going.
There's a lot of slide whistle as people go past.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Hi.
What?
Thank you.
Because we're about to go into the
What's
final
going on?
confrontation.
Dumb
Dumb time.
Dumb time.
It's
Yeah.
dumb time.
You make it up to the top, and you are standing on top of that hangar.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's your question?
Are those Rice Krispie treats up for grabs?
Yeah, you can have a
Oh,
Rice Krispie treat.
What?
Do you want a Rice Krispie treat?
Yes.
You can have a Rice Krispie treat.
Amazing.
Question answered. You had a question too, right?
Yes, I have a question.
There are no more Rice Krispie treats. if
No,
that was your
I know.
question.
I should have.
Oh, you have Pop-Tarts.
snooze, you lose. But yeah, I've got original Pop-Tarts.
Ooh.
Where is General Bluto right now?
General Bluto right now is in his office, which is in the hangar very nearby.
So we were at Acme, and Acme specifically said that he had X-ray goggles, and we asked for samples of stuff.
Right.
Can we use those to look through the ceiling and find exactly where Roger
Layout
is?
of everything.
And all that good stuff.
Well, I mean, you could, but I will tell you that you were in here before, so you do know the layout already.
From the ceiling?
What I say is,
I'll take it.
you can use the, well, I mean, you remember generally Roger was hanging there. You can use the X-ray specs to like see where the guards are right now, like you know, that kind of thing. Sure.
But also, if we wanted to make a very precise grab through a portable
Oh.
hole for Roger's rope and
Yeah.
pull him to the ceiling.
Definitely.
For instance,
Let's
this is
see.
the X-ray goggles might help
Let's
us.
see if the X-ray specs work that well. Make a Sherlock Holmes roll. Make a Sherlock Holmes roll and make a Sherlock Holmes roll and you can roll. This is up your alley. You can roll 3. You want to roll under your number.
Those Rice Krispies were so good.
They're great.
All right, that's 2 successes.
2 successes, except I'm gonna make you re-roll those 2.
All right.
Mary. There we go.
Oh, it's a success and a word on a street. Thank you so much. And also, fuck you, Dragon Lady.
Okay, what is your what I will say is, yeah, the X-ray specs totally work. You can see that Roger is. You point to there is a mark on the roof on the outside. You can see that it looks like it's let's say a mark. It's a bolt. There's a big bolt that looks like it was the thing that was holding Roger from the ceiling.
Right, and I'm looking for X marks the spot, and there's actually an X.
There's actually
that says under it, marks the spot.
Yes, and you see all the guards inside. You can sort of see how they're circling around, and you see the genie still there in the corner with all the weasels still just shouting at him. The 1,000 monkeys at the 1,000 typewriters typing out different things for the weasels to shout. You get it all.
Excellent.
Can I use my word on the street real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's Bluto's greatest weakness?
Bluto's greatest weakness.
Olive. Espinaca.
I mean, Bluto's greatest weakness. I mean, as a toon, he has the weakness of dip, of course. Unless, as he did tell you, it's easy to prepare for if you know it's coming. So I don't know. On the other hand, he definitely has a weak spot for olive oil.
I have an olive oil.
And
Also,
for a reason.
individuals who have consumed spinach.
he hates getting punched by people who have spinach strength. It is a sore spot, and leaves a sore spot. So
Okay,
What you?
did I use my question already?
I don't think you
No,
did.
you
no.
didn't tonight.
What is your question?
I asked for the Rice Krispies.
Oh.
How many weasels are in the building that we're in, that we're above right now?
About 20.
Oh boy.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So
How many macaques are mashing manuscripts?
You don't have a question.
Just figured I'd try.
So portable hole,
Portable
and then
hole
just
to grab
pull,
the rope, get him to the ceiling and out
pull
of danger.
him up real quick.
And then we
using
go
strength.
into danger.
Yeah.
Which is the
We
correct
pull-
direction to go.
Pull Roger out of danger.
Yeah.
And then we go to pull Roger out of danger right now.
Should I also start singing When You Wish Upon a Star?
I think once we have the whole
We don't want the genie to get back to his memory.
Tug of
Like
war.
ever near Bluto. Do not do the magic words.
Wait, doesn't he respond to us if we say the magic words?
He just gets his memory back, and then anybody can use him.
You're right.
I mean, unless I read that.
That
wrong.
sounds like a decent enough fiction logic that I think we should go with it. Yeah.
Maybe if someone gets the word on the street, you should ask.
All right, then we will do that. But first, if only there was someone who were really good at pulling and tugging a rope. Do we have anyone like that who could maybe take point in getting Roger out of there once a hole has been opened? Manfred, do you perhaps know of such a person?
I am really good at this, says Puff.
And then also Harold.
This is like Puff's time to shine because Puff has been kind of the general fuck up for all three of them, and so yeah, he is. It's a general fuck up.
And I lean
So this is his
close
time.
to Manfred. We'll need all available personnel to assist in that endeavor.
Puff's the best at this. We got his back, says Huff.
You see Icy Mac standing over X marks the spot. They have now acquired giant goggles, and they take out their Swiss Army knife, and don't worry, I'll make a hole and get ready, and then giant flamethrower thing opens to cut a hole.
We've got portable holes.
We've
got portable hole.
What is that?
You know, like from Frank Roger
I don't know our inventory.
Yeah, you got a portable hole.
Like, you know when Wile E. Coyote, like...
Well, let me cut the hole and then throw the hole in there so I feel silly for spending all the time in
I like
doing
this.
it.
As you're about to weld down.
Yeah,
It doesn't make noise though, right?
It doesn't make noise. It's just
No, well, we will say that they're not doing a great job. So far they're just working on it. It takes a long time to cut through the roof with a welding torch. So
it's a tune one.
why don't you, Icy Mac, you can roll
we have a
one Sherlock Holmes. You want to roll under your number.
One Sherlock Holmes.
Your number is 5.
Nope.
Nope, you failed.
I failed. So that works.
Yeah.
That works because
It is not quite cutting through.
I forgot to fill it with the juices.
The juices.
So you want to try the portable hole?
Do a portable hole
I'm
to
a
then
terrible scientist.
have Harold and
Manfred
Puff.
grown up.
Manfred
You're
grown
lab,
up.
not field.
No,
Tug of war, the rope
Okay.
with Roger.
Yeah.
So you
Portable
throw the
hole.
portable hole on. That does not take a roll. That just works. The portable hole
It's a
goes
no-roll
right down on
hole.
the floor. And now the idea is you are trying to pull Roger, like right up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can roll Philip Marlowe.
Great.
You can roll 3 unless somebody's helping.
Harold wants to help.
Harold
Very much so.
Yes.
That is absolutely
Right,
true.
both of you can roll 3.
Harold wants to bite that
Thank
pile
you
of
so
dogs
much.
by the butt so that they can lower down and grab Roger.
Okay. Roll 3 for a help roll.
You're definitely a pile of dogs.
Philip Marlowe, you want to roll over your number.
All right. I think my number's what, 4?
For the dog, your number is the same as
Yeah, you've been
Smite's, so it's
using
5.
5, right? 5. How many did I roll? 3?
3.
Great. I did it.
Yeah.
Twice.
So you can roll 4.
Good dogs. And dogs 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 and dogs.
Oh,
What am I going for? Under my number.
Lots of love.
Philip Marlowe, you want to roll over your number.
2 successes.
2 successes, yeah. So Roger's just hanging there from the ceiling, and he's like, he's scared out of his mind when he suddenly senses himself going up. And he's like, you don't, and suddenly he just pulls right up onto the roof, and he's like, hey!
Hi.
Carmody Kitty uses the claws to hit the rope to free him.
Okay, and you free him. You are all getting a big fat raise.
Really?
Yes. I mean, I don't really have the power to do that, but I'll talk to Eddie and recommend it very strongly. Sometimes he listens to me even.
Yeah, we
Great.
still have to.
Are we good boys?
I appreciate the recommendations
Right.
for my resume.
We have to save that genie.
Yeah.
And Roger says, what's the plan?
We know the magic words.
I don't
You
know.
should go home.
What are the magic words?
No, don't tell him. It's Roger.
My last
Don't
plan.
tell Roger.
I'm your boss. I command you to tell me.
Not before the race.
Yeah, well, once we get that raise and we see those dollar signs, then we can do that. But it's right now, it's just not a good idea.
Please!
We just
As a
need to
prerequisite,
save.
$1 makes me holler. Thank you very much.
I go up to Smythe and I'm like, why are we not telling Roger?
Well, we don't want him to say it accidentally while Bluto could still get control of the genie.
Okay, I'm just afraid I'm going to say it accidentally. And then they put their paws over their mouth.
Say what accidentally?
Nothing.
Quiet.
Don't worry about it, boss.
What's the plan?
We've got to
I
save the
don't know.
genie.
My last plan didn't work out too well. Looking at
The blowtorch.
this army life and the blowtorch.
Well, let's see.
So you're due for a spot of luck.
Does anybody have any
Do
whiskey?
I have luck?
Yeah.
Andy?
I always carry whiskey on me, and Carmody Kitty pulls out a flask-shaped baby. Wait, it's a flask shaped as a baby bottle with goldfish printed on it. So
Amazing.
Cute.
I always carry whiskey on me. What do you need a hit?
Well, I think the boss could use a drink.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, this has been just the worst week ever, but I don't know.
You need a drink.
I don't know.
You do.
I don't know if he could handle liquor right now.
He does.
I can't.
You do.
I can.
You do.
I won't.
You do.
I will.
You do.
I will.
You shall.
All right. Roll. He takes the thing.
Don't.
He looks at it.
You wouldn't do it.
Roll. Philip Marlowe. 3. You want to roll over your number?
And I'm obviously helping because I'm handing the flask over.
Okay. You can. You know what? You can roll also 3 for Philip Marlowe to help. You want to roll over your number?
Classic.
3 successes. Got a word on the street.
Okay. So once. Okay. So that's 4.
3 successes.
And Roger just.
All words on the street.
And Roger downs that drink. He's like, oh. That really hits the spot. There's nothing like a drink. And with that, he just like erupts like
Through the hole?
Yeah, push him in the hole.
Oh. Yeah, so he falls down through the hole and he's doing that steam routine where he just he turns into a giant steam
gets all the
whistle and just
weasels.
Whoa, I
starts
think we
swinging.
should sneak in while they're smoking the room.
The weasels all turn and they're like, what the hell? And Bluto's like, what's going on out there? And he comes running out of his office. What are y'all doing?
Carmody Kitty gets dressed in the olive oil outfit.
Oh, you have a question.
I do have a question. What was that question that he said when someone has a word on the street?
I
use
don't
that question.
remember.
What was that question? Yeah.
Is that your question?
If we use the magic words, does that give us control over the genie, or does it just open it up to anybody?
If we use the magic words, then can anybody use the genie, or is the person that uses the magic words the person that can use the genie?
I will say the person that uses the magic words is the person that can use the genie.
Okay.
Okay.
Good to know.
Okay.
I have a question based on my words on the street. What is Bluto's defense against dip?
Bluto's defense against dip is Scotch Guard. He's Scotch Guarded himself and many of his weasel commandos.
Don't worry, I'll knock that Scotch Guard right off.
Yeah, I'll just scrape it off with that knife.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I see him back. Don't fuck around.
It's just a little penguin with a...
Still wearing goggles.
All right, so Roger is
giant
down
knife.
there just spreading
Oy, oy, oy,
steam.
oy, oy.
And
Time for us to go.
Dressed
Move
in the olive oil outfit,
Yeah.
and then like
Down
straight
into the hole?
down the
I have the
hole.
clown attire down the hole.
And you have the Batman suit, so I will say you.
Yeah, I'm a Batman with a bright red nose and a rainbow clown wig.
I turn to
Glorious.
Righty and I
Someone
say,
please
you're
draw
gonna have
that.
to kick me in there. I can't go involuntarily.
No problem.
Thanks.
So all the tunes, you go right through the hole, bouncing on the floor. I will just say, you have the bat suit. You glide straight down, and you are down there. And the weasels see you. Bluto is like, get them! Keep them away from that genie!
You handled the genie. I'll handle the big thing.
What?
Go get him, kid.
Thanks.
Best of luck. I'd like to start Tommy Gun and the Weasels.
Sure, roll, Philip Marlowe roll. Over your number, this is exactly what you do. You can roll 3 unless you're getting help.
As olive oil, I'm going up to General Bluto, and I'm going to seduce him.
Okay, that sounds like it's more like in tune with them, so hang on for 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can do weasel assistance.
Okay.
I start telling Christmas cracker jokes.
Okay, let's roll to see how funny you are.
All right.
So no one laughs and you get a tiny piece of plastic?
We will say,
It's a grown laugh.
being funny takes skill and timing. It's a precise action. It's Sherlock Holmes. You are an Englishman, though, so you can roll 1. It hurts because it's true.
That's
Sorry.
excellent. No,
That's
I love
true.
that.
Why did Santa's helper see the doctor?
Why did Santa's helper see the doctor?
Had low self-esteem.
Oh.
That's a success.
So you get 4.
Alright.
4 successes.
4 successes. Yeah, you are just unloading that Tommy gun, and you are starting to. The weasels are starting to laugh at your jokes, and those weasels are getting distracted. And you're shooting them, and their uniforms are Scotch guarded, but when you hit them on their hands or on their faces, they actually take it like dip, and they fall back. So you are doing some real
This is
damage.
disturbing.
I mean, that was a pretty good joke. You gotta give them a hand.
It's the end of Roger Rabbit. It has to be disturbing.
Yeah.
Actually, very true.
Yeah.
Where's this genie?
The genie is in the corner, still holding his fingers in his ears.
I want to go try and save the genie.
Okay, you're running towards the genie. You're going.
You're
you two are.
distracting with
I'm
your...
seducing General
Yeah.
Bluto as olive oil.
Okay, you can roll 3 for that. Well, no, you can roll 2
I'm-
for that because
Well,
you're doing an impersonation. You're not just doing
I'm-
your cat thing anymore.
I'm a Philip Marlowe character all about seduction. I've proved this the entire game that I'm a master
And a
when it comes to
professional actor.
seduction, and a professional actor that's been working on my craft because I'm gonna get my headlines. I'm good at.
You know what? I buy that.
Yeah.
You can roll 3.
Yeah.
It is Philip Marlowe. You want to roll over your number, Carmody.
All successes.
All
Yes.
successes. Yeah, absolutely. Bluto is just like, Olive?
Hey, big boy.
She's got more of a, but okay,
Wait,
yeah.
wait, how's
She's
she
got like a
sound?
high squeaky voice.
Hey,
but-
big boy.
Yeah, so like, so,
Yeah.
I get tired of
So I see all
that
my
get,
fellow detectives going about the things that they're really good at, and the things that I'm really good at are not in combat. But then I remember the spinach, and I take the knife, and I stab it, and I cut around, and I pop the top, and I eat it, and then I take my wings and I and poof, and then double together, and it just goes poof, 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 poof. And then for some reason one of his eyes closes, and he and then I do that. I'm not used to my bulk. And I go, look behind you, big boy.
and he's all looking at Olive, and he's like, huh? And he turns around in time. You just clock Bluto, and he goes flying across the room.
Revenge!
Hits into the wall where there's like an alarm, like a fire alarm, and his head hits the bell, and it's just like clang, and he just like falls down to the floor, and just totally stunned. He's seeing stars and birds and just everything flying around his head at once. You
Then
are
a wave
running,
of tunes.
You are running over to the genie.
Yes. What is the situation around the genie right now that people have dispersed from around him?
There are still a bunch of weasels around him. Most of them have
Shitload of
stopped
monkeys.
shouting. They're now like kind of watching the action. The genie still has his fingers in the ears.
Oh, he's
and
got his
he's
fingers in
looking
his
at you pleadingly.
Okay. I'm gonna. So, Mr. Genie. Does he take out his ear? Take out.
Well, if you shout it out
Yeah.
loud, the weasels
When
are going to know. The weasels are going to know.
Yeah. I know,
Yeah,
which is why I want
but-
to get the ears up. Yeah.
All right.
He'll have
Yes.
Why don't you roll a Philip Marlowe roll? You want to roll
Yeah.
over your number. Your number, man, Fred, is 3.
Yeah.
This is to see if you can successfully communicate with the genie via charades.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody, we're going over a little.
Five and a
It's
2. So 2 successes.
2 successes. That's all it takes. Yeah. The genie looks at you and kind of nods and pulls his.
What do you wish
fingers-
upon a star?
And with that, like this sort of this swirling blue smoke comes around him, and he sort of rises up into the air, And, he sort of stretches and he's like, I think I'm starting to feel a little bit better.
Yay!
Good morning, Hollywood! And he says, your wish is my command.
We get 3, right?
Well, actually, what I will say is you only get 1 right now, because when you unlocked me using the magic words, you just get June Maroon's last remaining wish.
Oh. Can you make Dad love us? No, that's not that you can't make love.
You can't make anyone love anyone.
You can't make anyone love. More wishes? No, can't do that. Maybe I should ask my friends.
And Genie says, you know what? I'll tell you what. Why don't you let me take this one?
Okay. Wait. Yeah.
And he rises up into the air and he's like, and he looks over at General Bluto, who's still swirling, and he's like, General Bluto, you wanted an army of tunes? You've got one.
Yes.
And he snaps his fingers, and just all over the room, this swirling blue smoke just spreads around the room. And suddenly they start forming into tunes, and among them you see Scrooge McDuck.
This is so much better than steak.
Literally just throw money at the problem.
Shows up.
Make it
As Scrooge comes, I hand him the fake money bags, and he starts just throwing.
He takes the money bags, starts swinging them like weapons, and he's like, laddies, let me handle this. And he runs forward, and behind him, Optimus Prime shows up, and it's the cool 1980s Optimus Prime, and he shows up and he's like, Autobots, roll out. And with him, behind him, there's Jazz, and then all the Autobots come running in behind him, firing their lasers at those weasels. And with their, the Roadrunner speeds by, and Roadrunner is like Flash. Roadrunner is like Flash, and Flash is just spreading out all over the room, knocking weasels off their thing left and right. Off their feet, and just sonic booms everywhere. And just as the weasels, they're trying to catch their breath from your jokes, all of a sudden Wacko, Yakko, and Dot show up, and the Animaniacs, they're kooky, they're zany, they're, God, I'm mixing up the lyrics. Okay, they show up, and they are singing their Animaniacs theme song, they're doing all their crazy stuff, and the weasels are just falling into
Are they searching for fingerprints?
What?
Are they searching for prints?
And the weasels, they're just laughing hysterically. Each time they start to catch their breath, new tunes kind of show up, and the tunes, some of them are keeping the weasels from attacking, but most of them are just doing entertaining stuff, trying to keep the weasels in the laughter. And there's a He-Man shows up with the other Masters of the Universe, and they throw a couple of punches, but really they start doing like sort of comic like muscle shows.
Yeah.
Like showing off they're all like totally similar like plastic bodies and things like that. And the weasels find that totally hilarious. And Steven Universe beams in. He's a bits.
Give him the cookie cat.
And the cookie cat.
He left his family behind.
Yeah. What do you think Steven Universe should be doing in this battle?
Probably really
Shielding
understanding
people.
everyone's emotional state.
Steven Universe is walking around understanding everyone's emotional state, and especially the weasels, figuring out how to keep them in their laughing mood.
But also generating a large shield.
But also generating,
Yes.
protecting the rest of you. Homer Simpson and the Simpsons are there, and they're just spitting out Simpsons catchphrases. Ay caramba, eat my shorts, just anything you can think of. The Simpsons are rifling through their classic catchphrases, keeping the weasels off balance.
Choking on a pink donut.
You seem to be winning when there is a second wave of weasels, and for a second you're scared, but not too long because Lion-O shows up. And not the old 80s Lion-O, that cool cute one from the new reboot, with all like the cool cute Thundercats. They show up and they're so cute, the weasels are just like, oh my god, you're so cute! And they're just totally into the Thundercats. And Felix the cat is there. Felix the cat just looking around and doing some juggling, some old-fashioned. Opens his bag and he's doing old-fashioned cartoon tricks, which are keeping the weasels totally entertained. And Tom and Jerry shows up, and Tom is doing all kinds of little gags. He's doing flips, and he's kind of getting into it. He's trying to tell jokes using charades, because Tom doesn't really talk a lot. And Jerry, Jerry is just kind of standing off in the corner, looking at his watch. Looks like he's kind of bored with the whole thing. Doesn't really want to be there. But he's not really getting in the way either. During and as the melee goes on, General Bluto just sort of stands up and he's okay. You know what? Live to fight another day. And he gets up and he runs out the front door and is,
I don't think so.
I'm gonna try and stop it.
Yeah,
so
me
Puff
too.
and Puff like disintegrate and like he's suddenly attacked by 3 puppies.
okay.
Do you huff and do you puff and do you
Yeah, no,
blow
we
him
huff
away?
and we puff and we blow him down. So
Okay.
he like rolls
Yes.
and then he, like,
I can assist. I see that. Oh, whoa, you're puppies. But I see what you're doing, and I see that you're getting ready to blow a big gust of wind. So I do the thing where I go on all fours behind his legs, so that when he gets blown over, he falls over me.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, so roll a help roll. That is Sherlock Holmes. You want to roll under your number. I see Mac, it's a 5. You can roll 2.
I'm juiced right now on spinach.
You can roll 2. Oh, you're juiced on spinach. You can roll 3. What were you going to do right before the whole onslaught? Sorry, I had to get through all that.
Oh,
what were
no,
you
I
gonna
was
do?
just going to throw my Groucho Marx glasses onto Roadrunner. So while he's running around, it was, yeah.
Yeah, you totally did that, and Roadrunner is still wearing those Groucho Marx glasses. Yeah, sorry about that. I just get through that whole list. 3 successes.
Yep.
So.
Oh, my Ray, careful with that.
and I blow him down.
Right over me.
Yeah, Pluto blows right back over you and falls. He's like, oh no, and he's like lying there on the floor, sort of like gasping, trying to get up, and he starts to get up, but then the Roadrunner runs by wearing a Groucho Marx mask, and he's sort of like, what the heck? And as he's distracted, he just sort of like freezes up for a second.
Meep meep. I'd like to jump on him and put my Tommy gun in his mouth.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Sure.
This is the
Philip
apotheosis
Marlowe,
of this character.
you want to roll over your number? Your number is 2. This is what you do. You're unhinged muscle. You can roll 3.
Yeah.
In fact, though, I'm going to let you roll for your Roadrunner glasses now, since that's what's distracting Bluto.
This relationship
Why
with
don't you
violence
roll?
is
That is also
alarming.
wild passionate action, so you can roll. Let's say 2. Carmody Kitty, you want to roll over your number. Let's see if this distraction works.
1 did.
1 did.
I can
That's all you need for
re-roll
an
the other
assist.
one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta use all the rerolls.
Yeah, 2 successes.
2 successes, so you can roll 4.
Yes.
That's 2 successes, but I want at least 3.
Okay.
I want to nail this. Hey, crap does. Yeah, and that's a word on the street.
Okay. I'm gonna make you reroll 2 of those.
Fuck you, Dragon Lady.
Get over here, you. Alright, well, 2 successes.
Would you
2
like
Do you want to
successes.
do
Yeah.
just do a reroll?
Check one of those table rerolls and then give me
What's
3 successes.
There we are.
Yeah.
3 successes? Okay, I'm gonna make you reroll 2.
Wait, those are the table ones. You can't use
They're
them.
available to everyone. We gotta go
No,
through
there
them.
they are.
We gotta burn through them.
Devil.
Yeah.
3 successes.
Fuck you, Dragon Lady.
2 words on the streets.
Alright, how many rerolls do we have left?
No.
1,
I have
2,
4.
4, 2, 1. Alright, so...
Give us something to do to fail at.
I also have 2 words on the
Have
street.
my little moment here?
Yes, why don't we describe this first?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna jump on Bluto's neck, jam the Tommy gun in his mouth. Like, you know, I got a real problem with toons who break the law. Toons who hurt other toons. Well, normally, bylaws in my company say I can't kill anybody. But you know what I can? I take the little googly eyes and put them on the Tommy gun. But it's funny.
Wow. And you pull the trigger on that Tommy gun, and Bluto, his head
Gets
just
Blutoed away.
disintegrates. You know, yeah, Bluto's head just disintegrates, just forever spoiling his return to Popeye. As we all know, he's replaced later with Brutus, who almost is exactly like him.
And now we know how.
And now you know
why.
why. The origin
Literally,
story
that's
of
why.
Brutus. This has all been.
Yeah.
And Bluto just, his head is just gone. And the weasels are just like, "Oh, we gonna take that from him? No way!" And they come charging all at you, but the other tunes just come to your defense and with humor. And those weasels just
fun.
Good humor.
yeah just start cracking up and
Will they actually crack?
yes, they actually start cracking up. And yeah, and what I will say is the scene sort of dissolves from there, and we'll phase forward a little bit. You have saved Roger, you have saved the genie, you have foiled Bluto's plan. The military police and the police have shown up, and you find yourself face to face with Detective Lieutenant Santiago, who you remember from the police station episode 1 and from Who Framed Roger Rabbit the movie. And he says, all you again. All right, take them all into custody, put them all under arrest.
No,
and the
it's
cops
not
come over and they're getting out their cuffs for you.
Why were you arrested?
No.
You know what? Somebody did something here, and I'm gonna figure out what it is. And I got my eye on Roger Rabbit's crew, and Roger looks over and he's like, please, detective, they're as innocent as I am. And he's
I
like,
have all the evidence on this black and white camera that I took pictures of.
Yeah, they recorded the entire endeavor.
I don't know. Sorry, put him in custody.
Wait,
now,
not without charges.
Okay, first, why don't you roll to see if
This
you
is
can
a
get him to
ruthless
listen to you.
injustice.
Okay.
That's a Philip Marlowe roll.
Yeah.
You want to roll over your number, you can roll 3.
Like that little penguin being like, injustice!
Injustice. Okay, that's 1, but I'm gonna re-roll.
Okay.
So at least there's 2 successes.
Revolt.
Word on the street.
Word on the street. Okay. Yeah, he absolutely is like, what?
We have all the evidence. I've been taking pictures this entire time. Maybe not during this episode, but definitely during the last 2, and that's enough.
He takes the camera and he looks at
We
you.
should develop this. Can you wait here for...
We have the address of an exculpatory witness as
24
well.
hours?
Witnesses, you have evidence. I don't know. I don't know if I believe
My word
you,
on the
frankly.
street? I would like to use my word on the street.
Okay, what's your
How
word?
do we get him to believe us?
You roll until your rerolls are gone.
Yeah, I was sensing
All right,
that.
then I'm gonna start helping. In this particular endeavor.
Look, frankly, I just don't believe you. Roll 1. What are you, Smith, Smythe, or Sherlock Holmes? Roll 1 Philip Marlowe die to convince me.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, really. I still don't believe you. Still don't believe you.
Change dice.
Still don't believe you.
Then bugger you.
This is a wild and passionate action for me, right? I assume you're gonna want me to do something I'm not so good at.
For you,
Right.
yes, this is a wild, passionate action.
So I'm
Strangely,
going to wildly defend my friends openly and reluctantly but passionately. I think that you should review the evidence at hand and recycle those feelings that are negative and believe us. Reopen your mind!
no, I'm a police officer. I decide who did it in the first 5 minutes, and that person is guilty. Evidence and witnesses I am not into.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
excessively
exactly.
real.
I am unconvinced.
Ha!
Repulsive.
Roll 1.
I got. What am I supposed to be doing?
You need to roll 5 or 6.
Oh, right.
You roll 5 or 6.
Reroll. New dice. Reroll. Oh. 6!
There you go.
I still have 2.
Okay, you know what? Close enough.
Here.
Carmody Kitty reminds him that they have a date
Table
on
rerolls.
Tuesday.
Oh, that's right. You know,
Oh.
okay, you know what? Fine, I'll look at your evidence and I'll talk to your exculpatory witnesses and I'll make sure justice is done and the right guy goes to jail and no innocent people have their lives ruined.
I really hope one of us has our bug, one of those bugs in our pocket
If
right
that
now
makes you
recording
happy.
this.
But also,
Yeah.
this is cops during the 80s. This makes during the
40s.
right?
Probably
Even worse.
Worse during the 40s, yeah. Just watch LA Confidential.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
That documentary.
Yeah, and on
That
that,
real
he believes you, and he takes your exculpatory evidence, and he lets you off the hook and sends you back in with a stern don't leave town. And you get back to Valiant and Rabbit, where Roger is back in his office, and Jessica returns from the USO tour to cuddle her honey bunny because she was so worried when she found out what was happening. And yes,
That's the face.
bearded Jessica Rabbit.
Just drawn that way.
Yeah, she
That's
just
all I
drawn
can
that
see
way
now.
now. What I'll say is first let's resolve
Yes.
Smythe.
I call up Smythe and for Smooth. I do have terrible...
These Smythe.
This is Smythe of the Smithington, and under no circumstances to be understood in any way as being a Smithington Smythe. Smith. Smith Smythe.
Smooth?
You are not a smooth person. You know that, right?
I don't
This is
know.
getting quite rough.
I don't know what I am talking about. What are you talking
Well,
about?
let me talk to you. Although we've lost our exculpatory witness and therefore our best chance at acquisition of Valiant and Rabbit, I do have all of the real numbers in a ledger of a production company in a perfect position for acquisition. Now let me tell you about the merits of diversification for this struggling company.
And
Very nice.
Extensive.
the
Very
music
nice.
plays up on the soundtrack as you very
Excellent.
sweetly talk the Smythe and Smoothingtons into a production company, which they realize can be quite a tool to have. So they are quite sold, and they're looking into an RK Maroon merger, and
Which is excellent because I want to pitch Maroon Cartoons on its latest star to bring into its stable.
And we will say that the new president of Maroon Cartoons, the family cousin Boone Maroon, is you get Boone on the phone and he's like, hey, you got a pitch? Give me a pitch, kid. I want to hear your pitch. This is Hollywood. Everyone's got to have a pitch.
Let me tell you about the Middleist Kitten, and I hold something up that we got at MGM
Oh
Cross.
yeah, MGM
Who found their mitten?
What? What?
And they present you with the mittens. That is what they were doing.
Oh my god. Like Carmody Kitty's like heart just gets really big and they're just like yeah. And then there's like hearts raining down.
May I? And I move to pet the tummy.
You can get 3.
And Boone Maroon is a kitten who finds their mittens. What a story! What a story! Nobody ever would have thought of that. It's a twist. It's a subversion of the old formulas. I like this style, kid. Send me this kitten and send me those mittens. We're gonna make gold.
Big headlines.
Like, stars. Oh, star eyes.
Your name's gonna be in lights, kitten.
Yes, Carmody Kitty.
Comedy Kitty. I can see it now on one of those marquees just flying by. We'll talk. We'll call you. And he hangs up.
All right, there's my epilogue.
And that was your epilogue. And on that, Boone Maroon says, actually, he doesn't hang up. He said, one more thing.
Yes.
I've sent a package over for you. Eddie Valiant got in touch with me. I think you'll like what's inside. And he hangs up then. And at the door,
I only have 400 now.
messenger service shows up. It is Telly the Pelican, who also runs the telegram service. He's also a messenger. And he shows up and he has a box. And he walks over to Righty's desk.
Oh.
And he puts the box down on Righty's desk and he says, here's a message from Boone Maroon. Oh wait, he's an old man. Here's a message from Boone Maroon. And he hands it to you and he walks away and you open it up and it says in Boone Maroon's voice, hey kid, Eddie Valiant said you were missing this. And you open up the box and inside is a redrawn Lefty. And he looks up at you and sniffs at you.
I'm just gonna kind of slowly reach in and hug him.
And he hugs you back.
Do their laces tie together?
Their laces tie together like holding hands and hug.
Oh my god. Let's go get on someone's feet and trip them. It's gonna be hilarious.
And Roger Rabbit says, I he walks out. I love a happy ending, and he looks at everyone and he says, as my good friend Porky Pig likes to say, that's all, folks. And on that, thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.
And thank you. Oh my God, this adventure in one form or another has been in my head since I saw the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And,
This is so fun.
thanks
a good idea.
for everyone here for helping this become a real thing, and thank you for everybody who watched and donated and subbed and unlocked everything. This was such a blast. This whole season has been such a blast. We are so grateful. All right, we're so late. Max, real quick, go around the table, tell the good people where they can find you.
Max Isaacson, you can find me on the socials at Brosis Movies, like Brother Sister Movies, or you can see my directing work at brosismovies.com.
Yeah, I am Gina DeVivo. You can find me at Pocket Gina, and you can also find both of us over at Geek and Sundry on Shield of Tomorrow on Fridays at 4 p.m. and Plunders and Plunders, the D&D podcast, wherever fine podcasts are distributed every Monday. You usually do every Monday. You can also find me on Weave Society, also at Geek and Sundry on Wednesdays at 9:30 p.m. and Champions of the Earth with our very own lovely Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing and Amanda Powers.
Yep.
All
That's
great
it.
stuff.
Yeah, you got him. I got him.
Good job.
All right, so you can find me on Plunder. I'm Sam Delev. You can find me on Twitter at Tchaikovsky, ChaikovSky. You can find me on Mondays on Plunders and Blunders with Gina. You can find me on Maze Arcana's Twitch, 7 p.m. on Wednesdays for our epic campaign of D&D. That's Theogony of Kairos, my favorite name ever. And in addition to being on Shield of Tomorrow at 4 to 7 p.m., which I will be GMing for the Lower Decks episode this coming Friday with all of our guest stars, including Tempting Fate alumni B. Dave Walters and Jackson Lansing. You can also find me on the after show on Alpha, Behind the Shield, which I host.
Which they host, yes.
Excellent.
Markia.
Yeah, you can find me, I'll be on Collider Heroes tomorrow. That'll be at 10 a.m. With Collider. And then that evening, I'll be doing the conclusion of The Affected at Hyper RPG. So that'll be at 6 p.m. PST. It's a tragic horror RPG, and I'm GMing that, so I would love for you to tune in for that one. And then on Tuesday at Hyper, I'll be doing a Sailor Moon RPG, and that'll be at 7 p.m.
Is this a practice run?
This was for this other cosplay thing that I did, and then I just kind of kept it for Carmen and Kitty.
It works.
So, but yeah, I probably will just do this again for Tuesday.
Sailor Moon, that's
so
great.
yeah, we'll be magical girls in training, like going that route with it.
They're gonna
so
love that. They're gonna
it'll be
love
nice. So yeah, that's then on Thursday. If you like improv in general, my group Black by Popular Demand will be playing in Burbank. Check my Twitter. Twitter and Instagram at Marquis McCarty. Check my Twitter and I'll have the location because I don't have it down in my calendar. And then on Friday, I am the reigning roguelike champion at Hyper RPG. So go ahead and see that 7 p.m. See if I continue my title run. So yeah, those are all things.
My bets are on you.
Yeah, all my rerolls are on you.
My name is Ravy T. Dome, so you can find me on Twitter at _Ravy T, and that's it.
Yeah. And I'm Rick Bud. You can find me on Twitter at rbud913, or you can follow the show at Tempting Fate RPG. When will you see us again? Well, this was our season finale, so season 3 is over. I will have the date for season 4's premiere. It will be coming out we'll release it through Twitter, and Save and Throw will help promote that when it happens. But what I can tell you is,
I'm sorry.
It's going to be about probably 8 weeks or it's going to be about 8 weeks or so until we're back. For a 4th season, but between now and then, on July 15th, we will be back for a one-shot pre-SDCC, pre-Comic-Con special, where we'll be playing a one-off Fantastic Four game on July 15th. And Max and Gina and Sam will be there, and there will be some other people who have yet to be determined. But yeah, Fantastic Four, July 15th is when you will see us next.
Will the 4th player be playing Sue Storm, and it's just the 3 of us at the table?
Maybe now.
I've been carrying a torch for this game, but I don't think that's going to be a thing.
Oof. Oof. Wow. Yeah. Sam Puns will be back.
It'll be fantastic.
Probably, unfortunately. Yeah. No. And real quick, everybody.
Yeah.
Starting with Max, what was your secret objective?
Oh, I bet you guys couldn't figure this one out. I had to say words that started with the letter M and alliterate as much as possible. In fact, I was writing a big speech at the end there, but it's better than that.
I had an identical one, but with R.
I had an identical one, but with the letter P, but I wasn't really good at it and instead sort of made the secret objective into saying words with lots of syllables.
I noticed. I was like, whoa, that was a good letter. Like, word with the letter P. Mine was the same, but words that start with L, and I wasn't good at it, so I just started saying love and like and lots a lot.
I was like, I thought you had a specific catchphrase. I was like, interesting. The like love you like love thing. I was like, that's what is that?
I know. I think I figured out y'all's, but then like with Marquia's, I was like, what?
You kept mentioning bugs, so I was like, is this a bug thing?
No, I just like the term stink bug.
Got it.
And I was like trying to like.
Yeah, everybody had a variation on the same one. It was the first time we tried this. We probably
like it.
multiple secret objectives again.
Suspicious. I said that a lot.
You did.
So yeah, thank you so much everybody for all your generosity tonight and this entire season. Y'all have been absolutely incredible. And yesterday during the marathon, I mean, there are really just no words. We are so grateful for you helping to support the show and Saving Throw and all the stuff that they've been able to do. You are as much a part of family as everyone at the table here, and we are super grateful that you have decided to be. Thank you so much. Tomorrow, Monday night is Legacy at 8 p.m. on Saving Throw. Check that out.
Finale.
Oh, it's the season finale of Legacy tomorrow. So check that out. That is going to be great. Max has been on Legacy. I've been on Legacy.
No, I didn't get to. Because I was out of town. I fucked my schedule right in the
You didn't
nose.
get to be on it. Okay, I've been on Legacy. Max didn't get to. He was out of town.
Picture that right out.
Don't listen to me. I don't know anything. Yeah, Legacy season finale tomorrow at 8. Thank you so much, everybody. This has been amazing. We will see you July 15th for Fantastic Four. Thank you for tempting fate with us.